which is now.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to Call of Cthulhu.
What up?
Where I bumble my way through
Life.
dungeon mastering or keepering a really quality campaign.
Yep, you're doing it.
Hey Nick, thank you for flipping me right side up again.
You're welcome. I figured since you performed so honorably in the last session, you deserve to be flipped right side up again.
Yeah.
Alright.
Now Shanks O'Flannery is going to be flipped upside down soon enough.
What?
But
For his
he was the reason why I performed so good.
his
because I had to
reckless
save him.
reckless
I was the one who
disregard.
actually did shit.
You like
No one
like,
else was doing anything.
like,
you
I was
didn't really
moving the plot along.
remember that
like,
remember that time that you flipped off a horrible
I mean,
monster and got launched through a wall?
I mean,
Yes,
honestly,
that
does it?
wonderful.
Honestly, does it really matter? Who the fuck cares? All right, he's alive. We got the fucking shit we needed.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, I have to preface this next session
We didn't
a
piss
little
anybody
bit.
off. Sorry.
I have to preface this a little bit. So, I mentioned this briefly to Brandon last week, but this is the thing that I'm doing tonight is technically a side quest. If I run it, you have to do it. It's not like I can like make the side quest pop up and you say, I don't want to do that, and you walk by. The nature of this means that you're kind of stuck in it. But there are two ways that I can run it. Either I can do it all at once, which means that it'll probably take a couple of sessions to get through, or I can break it up in between like main plot stuff, but that could get kind of confusing.
Does it all take place on the train or something?
In a sense,
I mean, what would be easier for you in terms of storytelling and planning it out?
probably running it all at once.
I'd say
Okay,
do it all
then
at
let's
once.
do that.
I just, because it's gonna divorce you from the main plot for a little while, and I don't want
I
that
get
to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I
Okay,
really want to run it.
I vote for doing it all at once, getting it over with, like eating your medicine.
Yeah, but it might be good medicine. This might.
It
just,
might be good medicine. We're gonna find out.
I wouldn't be running it if I thought it sucked.
You wouldn't be giving us bad.
It's
medicine.
optional. So I could, I've already skipped optional side quests that I thought kind of were not so good in this
Like that
campaign.
weird dog.
No,
Weird dogs.
No.
no. There's a couple of instances where you can like find like notebooks or something, and then you open them up, and it like you play through the events that are detailed in like the diary or something, but it just gets really complicated. So it's like,
That sounds exciting.
It's kind of a mess because you have to use a bunch of like pre-made investigators and like go through like a whole series of things that is completely divorced from the main plot, and some of them kind of spoil the ending of the campaign a little bit, which I thought was really strange. Like there's one right at the beginning that does. Anyways, it doesn't matter.
Since no one else spoke up, I guess we're all doing it all at once.
Yeah, I'm
I
okay
already
with that.
said.
I also said it.
No, you.
Nice.
What you got, guys?
All right, I'm gonna do it like this then. I will tell you, is gonna get weird.
Even the music of France.
What?
The music, it's France.
That is the name of the. I mean, it's not literally the name, but it's what I've named the song that's playing at the moment.
We're on a train. The music's
Yeah,
really-
you're right.
Oh my goodness.
But wait,
So-
we're still in France.
Where we left off
True.
last time on Call of Cthulhu, you guys managed to retrieve the left leg of the simulacrum
Arm.
from the horrible rose nightmare underneath.
It was the arm.
Arm.
It was the left arm. Sorry, right.
The left arm
Oh,
of
he's
the
fucking up already.
I got
whatever.
the left arm of the forbidden one.
The left arm of the Forbidden One. You're on your way to rebuilding Exodia.
Hell yeah.
We're
Um,
gonna win.
and have hopped on the train to your next destination of Lausanne, Switzerland, where apparently one of the Sedefkar scrolls may be kept. However, at the moment, you guys have had kind of a strange night, eating some pretty good food and interacting with some interesting characters aboard the Orient Express.
Yeah.
What am I? And you all go to sleep. Lie down in your two-person compartments. They're bunk beds, actually.
Oh.
I demand the bottom bunk because I have broken ribs.
Okay. You don't want to have to climb up that ladder with a shattered solar plexus.
You must
Yeah.
become stronger.
Why did you post this, Arkle?
because I love you.
Okay.
That's what I have.
That's what you got. You lie down in your compartments and sink into a deep, deep sleep. And now I stop this music track.
Is it already
Wow.
Gonna, is it already gonna begin?
This game.
Oh yeah.
What?
Wait, why?
Oh my god, we're gonna become Dream Warriors.
Yes!
You can do anything in
Turns
a
out-
dream.
It turns out Felix is already here because he's been sleeping for a week straight.
Oh yeah, true.
That's the point of it. We gotta get him out.
You suddenly awaken, walking in the cobbled streets of an old town.
Holy shit, this music.
The town is veiled in a thick mist, but the mist has a golden and ethereal glow that makes it difficult to tell if it's either dawn or dusk. An eager river chatters over pebbles beneath an archaic bridge of mossy stone. The cobbles are thronged with cats.
Yeah.
As you guys stand there, you suddenly realize first of all, the thing that strikes you most of all is that you all feel pretty good. Even Shanks, you feel at 100%.
When does it sleep?
Is this baby stand?
And you also notice something else. Your guns.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
You don't have any.
Do I have my rocks?
Do I have my knife?
But instead of guns, you each have a small short sword strapped to your hip.
But,
Can I
Hell
shoot that?
yeah.
but do I have
okay.
my rocks?
Can I pick up a cat?
You want to go pick up a cat?
I want to pick up a cat.
Is it one?
Oh, what are you gonna do? You fucking
Make
evil
a
bastard.
dexterity roll to try and grab one.
Okay, 1 sec. I got it. It's a hard success. I think.
Hard success. Let me roll for the cat.
He's gonna fucking dodge.
You
Let me go.
feel like you really got that cat, and then it just slips away with a 4.
Damn.
Hot dog.
No, it's actually an extreme success. My extreme
Oh, well
is
then
14.
they're both extreme.
Cool.
All
What
right.
happens
Now
now?
that I have
You
my
grab
shield.
one of the cats, which immediately yelps in frustration.
Okay, I take the cat by the front and the back legs and I try to use it like a Tommy gun.
Oh shit.
Felix, what the fuck?
Hey, you're pretty knowledgeable in mythos stuff, Uriah. Make a mythos roll for me.
Yes. I failed.
Okay. So you have the cat. You can see many of there are hundreds and hundreds of cats swarming these streets. You can see a number of them have turned towards you, and they're all hissing in unison, like. And you can see somebody looking, like, you see just, like, for a moment in a building beside you, somebody looking out onto the streets, and as they see you do this with one of the cats, they, like, clasp their hand to their chest, back up, and pull the curtains shut.
Oh.
I back away
Okay,
from
I'll put the cat down.
The cat turns to you and hisses violently, and then darts off into the mass of cats.
What the fuck was that about?
I thought we were on a trade.
Yeah, well, we're not.
Hey guys,
made
my ribs
sense
don't
at
feel
the
broken.
time.
I pinch Bronson.
That hurt.
Okay,
So-
I don't know if this is a dream or not.
Actually,
I also pinned Bronson.
Did it actually hurt?
I stabbed Bronson.
Does Keeper, does this hurt?
I pinch him. Pinch his little cheeks. I grab him real hard.
Maybe.
You can see ahead across the bridge in the river. On the other side of that general area, a lofty platform built of exquisite Ottoman ivory arches is raised above the cobbled streets on the edge of town. You're pretty close to the edge of town. The setting sun, which you now notice, pours amber light over the platform, a warm light that mellows and beautifies everything that it touches. Green fields and sleepy cottages appear through the thinning mist beyond, which also shows the glorious sunset. Voices call from the platform, "Hurry, the train is coming!"
Go.
Really
Okay,
late.
yeah, run. Run. Go.
As you guys rush towards that platform, I need everybody to make dexterity checks to avoid stepping on any of the cats.
There's so many fucking cats here.
Hey! That's,
Okay,
that's a
I
14.
just had my fucking thing open.
I'm weird.
Hold
Oh,
on, I
shit.
just had my sheet open. For some reason, I closed it, like, without even thinking.
Extreme.
Ooh, wow.
I got a 10.
I got an
Push
extreme.
that. I got normal success.
I got an extreme.
I
Okay.
succeeded. Push.
Did everybody succeed?
I guess so.
Okay. You guys managed to maneuver around these waves and waves of cats, many of whom are running in the same direction towards this platform, just sort of leaping along. You cross over the bridge and up to the platform. Steps lead up to a platform from a lane on the edge of town. A prosaic yet pleasingly lettered railway sign reads Ulthar Station. Or Ulthar Station. There are no tracks laid on the other side of the platform. Instead, long green grass, heavy with dew, and studded with strange round imprints, vanishes into the mist on either side. To the left, a spacious length of the platform is cordoned off with red rope tied between polished poles of brass. A small, exquisitely hand-lettered sign reads, "Cats Only."
What? I love this land.
Hey, I'm cool.
Beyond this
Wait a
barrier,
minute.
the station ivory is covered with resting feline forms.
Wait a minute.
There's a lot of cats.
Are we in the land of the fur?
The latecomer cats hurry up to join their fellows in a purring, furry mass. There are all kinds of cats, homely tabbies and white cats with tabby patches, haughty Siamese and Abyssinians, and a soot-black mother cat and her friendly kitten. A blue and red carpet embroidered with gold leads from the station entrance to the edge of the platform. The writing on the carpet reads, "The Dreamlands Express."
Aha,
Oh shit.
I knew it. I'm smart.
That roll was to see if you could figure out that it was Dreamlands and where you might be. But now you know two names. The fact that you are apparently in a place called Ulthar, and you're about to hop on something called the Dreamlands Express.
Well, nothing could possibly go wrong from this. Let's get on that train, boys.
Up near the edge of the platform, there is a stick-thin figure dressed in the blue and gold uniform of a conductor of the Orient Express.
Hey.
He wears fancy-looking white gloves that hide his hands, and he has a white and bird-beaked mask that conceals his face. His long black hair is powdered and ribboned and set with a three-cornered hat. And he calls out, "Mesdames and messieurs, the train is coming. Please prepare to board."
I stand.
I also stand.
Yeah. Same.
Among you, you're not the only people on the platform. There's a colorful crowd of richly dressed Dreamlands folk waiting on the platform. They rise from comfortable chairs, gather their luggage, and crane their necks in eager anticipation of the train's arrival. Some of them, many of them, don't look quite human. But something about that doesn't really bother you. You're not sure why, but you just see a lot of strange-looking individuals and you think, huh, that makes sense. And you're not sure why you think that.
Seems like a dream.
3 human dreamers wait amid the crowd. They are a cheerful-looking man with mutton chop whiskers, dressed in woolen garments and carrying a briefcase. A gaunt and severe older woman in a high Elizabethan collar, clutching a heart-shaped purse. And a dapper bearded man in fur-trimmed robes. The 2 men sort of nod to each other like they know each other, while the woman stares icily ahead. I gotta do a lot of exposition for this part. A heavy, regular thump suddenly comes from the mist. Something huge and unseen shakes the earth with heavy tread. Then multiple funnels of steam jet out over the station in all directions. A monstrosity emerges from the midst. A bloated, bulbous mass. An octopus, centipede, spider kind of thing. Jelly-like, made of separate wriggling ropes, all crushed together. Golden eyes roll with its bulk, and multiple maws open and shut. It stomps along on dozens of stumpy limbs that fold in and out of its body. It looks as if it was dredged up from some unfathomable abyss of the sea. Tentacles writhe freely around its front and flanks. Behind the beast, its tentacles are entwined with a second beast that follows, and a third, and a fourth. A train of the beasts emerge, as the mist shreds around their massive forms. You don't have to roll sanity for this, because for whatever reason, this all seems perfectly normal.
Ah, I tried to.
Oh, neat.
It's a dream!
That's always good.
The lead beast moves past you guys and comes to a halt at the end of the platform. It gives a heavy, ponderous sigh, and from its multiple tentacles, dozens of streams of eldritch smog snort out. Atop the beasts are airy ivory pavilions. Banqueting halls, bathhouses, and richly furnished sleeping compartments are glimpsed through the archways. Rare furs and carpets cover the floors of the pavilions and conceal all sight of the beasts beneath. That guy with the bird-like mask hurries on over to the edge of the train, where you can see ladders on each side, and he just starts helping some of the people aboard, talking to them.
I would like to board the train.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to. This
So you guys sort of get in line, and you can see the cats are all sort of filing onto the train through a different entrance. They don't appear to be. Nobody appears to be collecting tickets from the cats.
Fucking
good.
bougie.
That's good.
Fucking bougie cats.
That's perfectly fine.
I will not accept cat apologists in this game.
I love cats.
You will not accept cat apologists.
I will accept you, but you're on thin ice.
fucking ice, kiddo.
Oh no!
All the cats kill Felix.
That was normal. I'm okay with that.
The guy with the bird-shaped mask. As you get closer to him, you hear him saying, "Welcome aboard the Dreamlands Express to the land of hope that lies beyond this city of gold." And he is handing out little silver tickets, saying, "Here is your free ticket. Here is your free ticket."
Hey, thanks.
How nice.
Free tickets.
As you guys get close up to him, he looks at you and he's like, "Ah, we have new dreamers aboard the Dreamlands Express this time. What, pray tell, are your names?"
I tell them my names.
"But what about Bronson Macker?"
What?
He holds a gun to your head.
What?
Just kidding.
You're right.
Branson.
A pleasure to meet you. In the waking world, I was Henry Peters, conductor on the Orient Express. But I have created my Dreamlands Express for all those who ride the Orient Express. At the end of the journey, in the Gulf of Nodens, you can unburden yourself of your fears. There's only one journey granted to each soul. That you must understand. If you are ready to ride, then welcome aboard.
Sounds fun.
Sure.
There's nothing that could go wrong here.
What could
I've
possibly go
already stepped
wrong?
on board.
He's already on.
And he hands each of you a small silver ticket on which is written a whole bunch of shit.
What does it say?
Why, let me tell you and then take a picture of it.
Oh, heck yeah.
Dreamlands Express ticket. Human dreamers, or once human dreamers whose waking self is now dead, may travel the Dreamlands Express for free. In order to journey on the Dreamlands Express, you must board while asleep on the Orient Express. Once you have slept on the Orient Express, you may return to the Dreamlands Express at any time from any bed in the waking world.
Oh.
That's the way that it could be broken up.
Oh.
But it can get kind of confusing.
Understandable.
Once you have boarded the Dreamlands Express, you return to the same express even if days, weeks, months, or years have passed. You may use your ticket to journey between the cities the train serves: Ulthar, Dilathleen, Zar, Afarat, Tholarian, Zura, Era, Sonanil, and Serenian. If you stay on the train beyond Serenian, it is assumed that you wish to discard your fears in the Gulf of Nodens. Beyond Serenian, there is no return. At journey's end, you will return to the waking world. After visiting the Gulf of Nodens, you cannot board the train again, even as a paying customer, as that would negate the sacrifice you made. This is a bargain made with Nodens. It is non-negotiable. Make a mythos roll, Uriah.
What about me? I have one.
Fail.
Okay. And I'll post.
Can I try?
Fuck it, why not?
Well, I failed, but I got a 5.
Well,
Almost.
still pretty good.
59. I fell.
Yeah, I thought
I was like, oh, I got a 0-0. It's looking hopeful. 5.
Alas.
I have 7.
Only a 1% chance.
You gotta get 7 of those. Like this guy.
You miss every shot, you don't.
7 mythos, he says.
What are you trying to say, Ura?
I got a little bit more than you, you fucking chum. But I still fail every roll. I got 29, fuck you.
Fuck you, game. Fuck you.
I just kidding. Me, Uriah.
As you
Hello,
got,
Bronson.
as you guys are led onto the, do you guys climb onto the train once you get your tickets?
Yes.
As you climb up these weird ladders built into the side of these creatures onto the pavilions, you can see, based on where you get on, you can see the engine, quote-unquote engine beast, over there, where you can see there's like a giant...
What are you doing?
What?
Leveling up the skills that went up that I didn't do last time I played.
Okay. Makes sense.
You can see the engine creature with like a massive like red mouth on its back, and you can see 2 large, skinny, winged, black, faceless creatures shoveling coal into it. They're kind of unsettling looking.
See,
they don't-
faceless, black, winged.
I did say all of those things.
Cool.
Wow. Black and winged.
I don't know why that made me laugh. And you are escorted by a number of strange sort of attendants. They're all wearing what appear to be Orient Express uniforms, but they're all wearing the same sort of strange ceramic masks that Henry was wearing. And they escort you to the sleeping compartments. Let's see here. An ivory corridor runs along the side of the sleeping compartments, just like the layout of the Orient Express, only a little wider. Each sleeping... Yep. It can fit 2 people to a compartment. There are 4 compartments that are open.
Guess I'll just mirror reality.
Okay. You just pop in the same groups. You can see all of the cats moving along, just sort of pushing past you over to like a carriage towards the back of the monster train.
That's in the back.
It appears that they have their own compartment all to themselves.
In the back.
Cat apartment.
You gotta make sure
The compartment.
The compartment.
you gotta cut off the link.
Oh man, there's so much descriptiveness here.
The compartment.
The compartments themselves that you're in contain luxurious divans.
Divan?
Divan.
Typed
Divan?
into Google.
Divan.
It's like a couch.
Okay.
Luxurious divans. Covered in furs and rich robes. Painted porcelain chamber pots.
Oh.
Reside beneath each divan and are emptied and clean as... Oh, you don't know that. The trellised windows in the ivory are lined with thick crimson curtains that can be tied back or drawn to block out light. Silk drapes can be drawn to surround each divan, so you guys can have privacy on your little couch bed.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I don't want to give my fear to Nodin.
You don't want to give your fear to Nodin?
No. Nodin is banned.
You don't fucking know who Nodin's is.
I know the Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Shit.
Don't you want to give your fear to Neodin?
Don't.
Please.
Man, why do the Koreans get all the
I'm
cool
feline
Right,
pretty
right.
bad right now.
Mm.
I got a 90.
I
You
can't
miss
feel
a gunshot?
What did you get a 90 for?
I shot him.
Oh, okay. Well, that,
You don't have a gun! You shot your sword at him?
Well, I got a 90. I failed. Like,
You shot your sword at him and failed?
let's just say yeah. That's what I tried to do. I pull out my gun. I'm like, that's
You
not.
don't have a
anything.
gun!
I said I pulled out my sword, and I said.
You said
and I
pulled
tried-
out my
You
gun.
said gun.
you did say
Okay,
gun.
Well, fuck. I meant to say I pulled out my sword like a gun.
Meow
I pointed
meow.
at him
It's not bear
and tried
claws
to-
yet.
Hmm.
That's
I
it.
don't know.
I'm muting Arple. I don't want to listen to this anymore.
Come get me. Square up thought.
Man, that is an amazing. I just don't have to listen to him anymore. Look at that.
Oh no.
All right, I muted him.
Um,
The best part is that we.
I love you.
We sleep in the same room together, babe.
Hey.
You can see that heavy set sort of guy with the massive mutton chops that you saw on the platform, hurrying by you with his suitcase and handing it to the attendants, who hurry it off to wherever the baggage car is. He looks like this.
I can't wait to look at him.
I'm really excited to look at him.
That's not. Oh, wait, that's wrong.
There he is.
Wow, look at him.
What a rectangular face.
Wow.
Those fucking chops, dude.
There's some chops.
Oh.
Those
Oh,
are
I thought that was
impressive.
his flesh.
No, they're chops.
I thought that man just had just
Then
the
the
No.
most bizarre flesh.
No.
The most bizarre.
And you hear him saying like, "Oh, it's gonna be a bloody good time aboard the aboard the express this time, I can tell you. This time I'm finally going to get rid of my fares."
What?
And he turns
What's
and looks, and he's like, "Oh, new faces. I didn't expect to see so many new people on my last voyage.
Last voyage?
Extraordinary." Huh?
Are you selling your fear to Nodens?
Oh, of course.
What does that mean?
Well, it sort of works like this, right? This is the Dreamlands, of course. You must know that, if you're here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see, the way it is you concentrate real hard on a fear that you have, right? A sort of fear or regret or something like that. You focus your energy and you create an item, a sort of representation of the fear, and it manifests in reality. It's sort of amazing what you can do in the dreams once you get to the Gulf of Nodens. You pitch that son of a bitch right into the lake, and that fear or that regret, gone forever. I've always been too chicken to do it myself, but this time I'm going to do it. You can also see he's holding a massive leather briefcase bulging with papers. Make a spot hidden roll.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
Not a success.
Yes.
I got an extreme or a hard, not an extreme.
Ooh.
I didn't get it.
So Jimmy and Dick notice that this huge briefcase is handcuffed to his wrist.
Oh. I ask him about the briefcase and why it's handcuffed to his wrist.
Oh, this is my dream artifact, of course.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to let it get out of my sight, you see. So I've I'm keeping it close at hand.
Even in the dream. Is it really not like...
Does something happen if you lose it?
Well, if you lose it, I mean,
You can't
who
play
knows? Who knows what sort of effect it might have on your psyche? I recommend you all make dream artifacts of your own. Some sort of regret or fear you want to get rid of. From what I understand, it can be quite liberating. I don't know, it's just a... Have you met Kakarov yet? Or Kararov? Karakov? Blah, blah, blah.
Kakarot.
Yeah, I know, that I was thinking about Kakarot for some reason. And
Yo.
have you met Karakov yet? Sort of the fellow with the beard and the steely gaze.
Don't think so.
Well, he could tell you. I believe he's also on this one to hurl his shit into the bay. Anyways, I've sort of got to get myself settled in. It's a pleasure meeting you. I hope we all have a wonderful journey and nothing goes awry.
Thanks.
And he hurries off with his briefcase like, whoa, hungry.
Hungry.
Hmm.
I wonder what he'll eat here in Dreamland.
Dream food. I don't fucking know, Bronson.
Holographic pork.
That is all they have.
Holographic meatloaf again.
It's meatloaf. Yeah.
Guys, plankton,
Eat life.
photosynthesis.
Yeah.
It actual food for him.
Yeah. I didn't
Now I
get
go
that joke
pee.
until a long time ago. Until someone said that.
Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Yeah.
Um,
I thought being an android was the powerhouse of the cell.
being an android is the powerhouse of the cell.
Kim is just shh.
What's that? Nick, you kind of just shush me and my big good things that I'm saying.
What are you gonna say, Arpo?
I'm just laughing at his joke.
Oh, okay.
It was good.
You can see now rushing past you to another compartment. All of your compartments are pretty much in the same car here, or the same monster beast. Hurrying past you now is that woman you saw in the Elizabethan dress, who is very like severe and gaunt, and her face almost looks like a skull. It's like the skin is pulled really tight against the bone.
I was going to say Elizabethan, but
Alright.
And she's clutching her little heart-shaped purse to her chest and muttering to herself as she like walks by very stiffly.
I guess she's going to the big water too.
The big water.
Yeah, that's what we always call it.
Make
big
a-
water.
Who's got a good listen?
Me.
I
Yeah.
got 53.
I have a fucking 65.
If you've got over 50 listen, you can make a listen.
What about a 50?
Yeah, that'll do.
I did it. I got
Wow.
a...
No. I fail.
Okay,
I
I got
want to push that because I want to fucking level in this. God damn it! I got the same thing.
Uh-oh.
Whatever. Fuck it. I don't care.
Alright, I got a
He
normal
goes
success.
Uh,
I got the
Jimmy's
same-
ears kind of pop, and he's like, "Oh shit! Oh fuck my ears!"
How do I fucking strain my ears? like,
I don't fucking...
It's like a change in air pressure. It just pops. It's like, "Oh shit!"
Oh, okay.
Um, but Dick can hear her muttering to herself, "I will never let him have it. I will not lose it again."
Yeah.
It's probably some sort of psychological thing about something happening in real life that's being literally represented in the dream world, you know?
Maybe.
Yeah, she has like an eating disorder.
I have to say, dreams are weird.
You can only lose your virginity once.
And the last person you see walking by is... Oh, wait, I should show you the picture of her. I forgot. I have a picture of her.
I don't.
She's not
After what
scary.
you said, I don't think I want to.
She does not look like a monster. She just doesn't look
Oh.
good.
I don't like it though.
That's an alien.
That's not loading for me.
That's Mr. Burns right there as the
Oh.
alien.
Oh, fuck
I
you.
mean, the hair is bad, I guess. Is
She's
that hair?
Elizabethan. That's what they all looked like.
Fucking hair is gross. I don't care about anything else.
She looks like a character from Star Trek.
You're right.
What is
There we
this?
go.
Is this the freak?
It's him. 1-900 4903.
No.
And the last person you see coming by is that guy with the beard and the fur-lined coat,
Hell yeah.
who looks like this,
Piercing eyes.
with his steely gaze.
Ooh.
Look at his
Ooh.
gaze. It's steely.
Steely.
Wow, Steely.
He's kind of dreamy.
And you can see him. You can see him dragging along a huge traveling trunk with the name Karakov painted on the side.
Hey.
And it is padlocked, and there are ropes wrapped around it, and there are chains wrapped around it.
Oh.
Let's go ahead and knock on the door.
I mean, specify.
Make a... Immediately as he pushes it by and like you see a group of attendants grab it from him and move to drag it towards the baggage compartment, you smell like a really pungent stench coming from it, and you're not immediately sure what that is. Also make a listen roll.
I was not paying attention.
I got a hard success.
I got a not a hard
I
success.
failed.
Right now I got a hard success.
Those of you who succeeded hear what sounds like faint scraping and scratching from within the trunk.
Weird.
It's dogs.
Must be a broken record machine or something like
Not like that. It's not like fucking record scratches.
I like that.
And as he walks by, he sort of nods to you guys and he's like, hello, and then just keeps going.
that. This guy's regret must be pretty big.
Yep, that's right.
It's a big trunk. It's like almost as big as he is.
One man says we can
And let me tell you,
You should talk to him sometime.
like
Yeah.
One man says we can learn more.
It would only.
At around this time, you can hear the voice of Henry echoing down the halls, almost like it's on a loudspeaker, though there's clearly not any technology that advanced in this place. But you hear him all the same, announcing that the banquet shall begin in an hour.
So on the inside of these monstars, it's just like a train inside here, right?
It's sort of like a pavilion. It's open air. There's there's not glass on the windows or anything like that. But there are walls and and stuff like that.
Mm.
But it's kind of more like a what's that word? I'm thinking of a word.
Fun?
Funnel?
Epic?
Fun? What?
You know.
It's like an open air sort of like, you know, those things that you would see in like I don't know if they ever existed, but like those like palanquin things on top of like elephants,
Mm-hmm.
like that sort of deal, sort of like that. But they're big, obviously, and there's plenty of room. It's bigger than the Orient Express, that's for sure.
Big and wide. Alright.
Howda.
Well, that sounds like fun.
Chowder.
No, the
And,
things are called howd. No, the chairs are called howdas.
Oh.
As you guys are sort of setting up in your little compartments, you can see you feel the procession of beasts start to slowly move. But their pace slowly begins to quicken and quicken and quicken as they start passing sleepy farms and dozing cottages, a river that sort of winds along, and you can almost hear like a faint, like musical tone to the sounds of the water crashing over the rocks, and it has begun to move to its second destination.
Alright.
As you guys are standing there, the tall, thin Henry sort of like walks, sort of like with this like dreamlike ease, appropriately, through the hallways, and he sort of doffs his little cap at you, and he says, "I hope you will enjoy your time aboard the Dreamlands Express. Please feel free to explore the train at your leisure. Talk to whoever you please. The banquet will begin in an hour. I hope that you will join us all there.
Of course.
There shall be a gong sound when the banquet begins. You will know."
I've been at more banquets in the past week than I have been in the rest of my life.
I will say, Horror on the Orient Express is a banquet-heavy adventure.
Hell yeah. We're gonna have a good time.
Shit.
You may experience, horrible eldritch monstrosities that destroy your conception of reality, but you get a fuckload of free food.
Hell yeah.
He also hands
But at
each
what
of you.
cost?
He also hands each of you
Free.
a small, like, green velvet bag, maybe about the size of like a decent sized backpack. And he says, "Remember, the final destination of this train is the Gulf of Nodems. If you have any fears you wish to discard forever, you should create a dream artifact, preferably in the safety of your sleeping compartment. You can place it inside these bags for safekeeping."
How nice.
And then he sort of breezes on by to visit other compartments and talk to other people.
So, Dick, what are you afraid of?
What are you implying? What are you talking about, Bronson? What do you
afraid
mean?
of, Dick? We gotta put something in the bag.
Just because I've been shifting around awkwardly for the past like 15 minutes doesn't mean I'm going. Look. All right, go talk to someone else. All right.
You've been like that all of your life.
Go away.
The entire time I've known you, you've been shifting around.
Shoo.
Why won't you change?
You gotta throw away
He
the
starts
pee.
to manifest his dream artifact, and it's like a giant car's horn.
It just constantly. No, I was thinking about that, where it's just like constantly going off, and it's just being around you. It's just horrible.
Yeah. The manifestation is just like nothing even appears. It's just the sound of a car horn, and he has to like somehow keep that in the bag.
I wanted to use his wife so he can throw it in the
Yeah, no,
throw it in
that's
there.
what I was gonna do.
Throw it. Right in the water.
Think about it here. What would be my fear?
Education,
guess it
a
would be
college
Mr.
degree.
It would be Mr. Crowley killing me. How would I stop? How would I imagine that?
It's Ozzy Osbourne eating a bat, but the bat has your head.
Oh god.
That's pretty good.
No one gets it, not even you.
Yeah.
You can focus on one of your fears, and something may appear if you focus and succeed in a roll.
All right. You're gonna need to specify because I don't want my Xbox to actually like show
Well,
up.
you have to choose what the thing is you want to try and discard. It's not going to be a person that appears, obviously.
I have a question.
Dude, that'd be
If the
great, though.
fear is legitimate, like let's say fucking this dude trying to kill me, would that fear, like, would the actual threat go away? Or would
The
I just
threat wouldn't go away.
well, then who the fuck? It doesn't matter.
It's about you.
It's about you. It's about your peace of mind and things like that. It's not.
Well,
it's not a.
fucking Jimmy ain't afraid of nothing.
But you just said you were.
College degree.
That's different, though. I mean, like,
Higher
I
education.
I can survive that. I want to be afraid so that I just don't accept death.
Being smart.
Being smart, being successful, things Jimmy is afraid of.
I stabbed Nick. Oh, you're dead, Nick.
Oh,
Oh,
Nick
shit.
died.
Yep.
Knowing how to operate a sword.
Well, I didn't.
All of these things are what Jimmy is afraid of.
Poor boy.
Things the GM is afraid of: Jimmy dying and being replaced with Luigi Macaroni.
Please.
No, Luigi Fettuccine, asshole.
I like Luigi Macaroni.
Gotta remember the name.
Luigi Carbonara.
Luigi Puttanesca.
Luigi Chicken Alfredo.
Yeah, there we go. That's on the nose.
It's on.
Yep.
It's all one word. Luigi Chicken Alfredo.
Man, I can't wait for Luigi to tell a story about his mansion and being haunted.
Please don't let
Fuck's
this character exist.
It's not gonna happen.
Yes, it is. I've already
No.
thought of all this.
It's
alright?
super
It's-
not.
It's a months in the making, Nick. You can't stop this.
I can definitely stop it.
There are no
I
brakes
love
on
him.
on this race car.
You can keep it from happening.
See, like, what you had to have done is, like, not tell anyone about the mansion idea until, like, it just pops up.
It's okay. No, that's such
He's
a
like,
good...
hey, when I was in Italy, I had a mansion and I saw a ghost, and that would have
Well,
been...
the thing is, I have a feeling that Jimmy's never gonna die at this point.
Yeah, it just has to come up whenever the train stops in like Milan or some shit.
God.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's make
I'm-
him a side character.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you have a mansion.
He's a fucking professional race car driver.
I'm not gonna give you a mansion that you can just go to.
I give you.
You
a
will have no
hamburger.
safe
Well,
harbor.
okay, and it got destroyed at one point because a big ghost slurped it up. All right, there you go. I don't actually have a mansion.
Ooh.
All right, if you keep talking about Luigi, I'm gonna fucking kill him, and then you can come up with a different character.
Oh
I was
yes,
really hoping we get to go to Luigi's mansion.
it's gonna be suspiciously the same. He's gonna have the same first name.
You're missing the obvious the obvious hook for the quest that we get when Luigi's mansion gets
Stop. Stop. We need to stop, alright?
You know, I want to be perfect. I want to be perfectly honest with all of you. I feel it's important for honesty and openness in this place. I just got the Luigi's Mansion joke.
Oh
Are you
my
fucking
god!
It didn't.
I'm gonna be straight with you guys. I haven't listened to a goddamn fucking thing you guys have been saying. I have just been tuning out because you guys are just
we're having a
spouting-
good
spouting
conversation
garbage and bullshit.
Oh my goodness.
That's
And
probably
I-
why I missed the joke about Luigi's Mansion, because I was only half paying it. As soon as you started
so
talking about
easy.
Luigi again, I just like zoned right out.
I've
Alright, let's get back into it.
I'll wait patiently for the dick to manifest his
That's not a joke though. That's
I mean,
lore.
we don't need to.
You don't need to create a dream artifact, but you certainly
gonna.
can.
I'm going. You wait. Let's see.
I'm afraid of making people upset.
You're afraid of your dad.
But I also no. I love my
You
dad.
are.
Oh no! Don't carry around a box and screaming fucking racist shit.
I love my dad.
It just summons a picture of Edvard Monk's The Scream, but it's Bronson's dad yelling at him.
I'm not afraid of my dad. He's a strong man.
He's got a
He's a
bat
good
in
man.
one hand.
He's a good man. I respect my dad, except for
It's a still image of his dad feeding busty ebony broads into a paper shredder.
Jesus.
Oh.
That part I don't like.
Speaking about paper shredders, the cousin that's living at my house has like a strange obsession with putting paper in a paper shredder he got from Walmart.
Understandable.
Like he did it for like an hour straight one day. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Destroying the evidence.
Okay. It was just printer paper. It's just printer paper.
With invisible ink on it, destroying the evidence.
Yeah, I know it's a fucking waste. It's like, why are you doing this?
Alright.
Fucking rich people can afford to shred good printer paper like that.
He's-
Nutrients
He's
for a
a fucking-
week.
Third world country kids
He's a
could use
Pizza
that.
Hut driver. He's-
I didn't know Pizza Hut delivered.
What?
What?
I've never eaten Pizza Hut in my whole
Shit.
life.
well, it's okay.
It's not
that's
good.
I
It's not
literally
good.
don't know
It is
anything
the
about
worst.
Pizza Hut.
Domino's
It is
is
the worst
genuinely better.
Pasta Hut.
I get most.
I am I am unsure if I've ever seen a Pizza
I've
Hut.
gotten violently sick.
The pizza Hut nearby on campus is like absolutely fucking shit. The like service there makes me want to like scream at like people who have no like hands-on
I went to one in the
experience.
south.
Today's Call of Cthulhu episode brought to you by Pizza Hut.
Today, no,
Wait,
today.
Wait, Code DS!
Yeah. Hold on, let
More
me
like
mind
pizza
control
butt.
Nick. My eye Jimmy's eye turns red.
It's fucking Code DS, boys.
What?
Are you guys gonna pop by the soup store carriage on this side?
Oh.
Jimmy starts doing this.
No, hold on. Yeah! That'd be great.
But you are left in your compartments to possibly create a dream artifact, to explore the train as you see fit, etc., etc. Good stuff.
Alright, create one. Let's go.
All right, let's do it. What fear are you trying to manifest?
Dick is afraid of his own failures and people making fun of them.
People making fun of him?
Are you
Mainly
saying
his
you want to be
ex-wife.
okay with people insulting you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I need you to make a POW roll.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh!
Hmm.
Okay, where does oh shit. Okay, alright, I just got it. 50 out of 50.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Dick goes over and sits on the edge of his little couch bed thing there, and closes his eyes and focuses on that which brings him shame. And slowly, steadily, you open your eyes and suddenly there is something in your lap. Make a sanity roll.
Domino's is just better.
Yeah.
You succeed?
Yeah.
Okay, you only lose one sanity point as
Oh.
your fear manifests before you. You see before you a fedora soaked in alcohol, stinking
Oh,
stinking of your wife's perfume.
Oh, I don't like this.
Ooh.
And it just sits there, menacingly.
Dick, why are
Bronson,
you
can you
afraid,
hold it? Can you
why are
hold
you
this
afraid
for
of
me?
this, though? It's not that... It's
Is
just
the fedora the color of her hair?
It sure is. Congratulations, you have manifested your dream artifact.
Why did I do this? This was a horrible decision.
You
It's a horrible decision.
you can sequester it away in that little green bag if you don't
I
want to
put
look
it in
at
the
it.
green bag.
Zip
Where-
that motherfucker up.
Dick, it's just a fedora.
I just glared at Bronson.
I know you were...
Wait.
I take a big snarf and say it smells pretty good.
How did you get in my room?
I can smell it through the wall. I elbow you.
I open
For
the door.
whatever-
Hey, anyone manifesting their darkest fears and insecurities in here?
Yeah. Dick just did it.
For whatever reason, Dick, even though it's sequestered in the bag, every time you look at the bag, you can almost hear distantly in the back of your mind someone chastising you for being a failure and a worthless husband.
Oh no!
Aw.
If it means anything, I think you'd be a perfectly adequate husband.
You keep suddenly feeling like in the core of you keep feeling like a dagger strike into the core of your being, and that dagger has written on the side, "My mother was right."
Alright, Shanks wants to make a dream item.
Oh, heck.
Okay.
Oh boy.
What is the fear that Shanks wants to focus on?
An albatross.
He's afraid of an albatross.
This is flying over all of your fucking heads.
Old man and a
Yeah,
sea, right?
the albatross is a bad luck symbol in
He's making a literary reference.
yeah.
Oh.
Water everywhere, and all the boards did shrink.
Okay.
Well, Shanks is making an albatross.
Okay. Right. Oh, the.
Yeah.
I thought you were for whatever reason. All I could think about was an albatross hung around my neck, like the phrase. You know what I mean? I wasn't thinking about the bird at all. You're doing a fucking ancient mariner thing. All right. Okay. So make a power roll.
The way
That's
Domino's
a
man is shaking is making me sick. I can't stand this. I need something else to look at.
What did you get? You succeed?
56 out of 80.
Okay. You sit down and you focus, and you focus. And suddenly, before you, is what seems like a small porcelain statuette of an albatross, and like very, very cold to the touch, and you can almost smell wafting off of it like the scent of salt water and damp wood, as though coming from a shipwreck. You have manifested your dream artifact.
Hey.
Woohoo.
What about you, Bronson? What are you afraid of?
I ain't afraid of nothing.
You're a liar.
Don't say that.
Brunson wants to hang on to his PTSD. It's what makes him stronger.
It's true. I don't want to be okay with.
It's what keeps you on edge.
It's true. I don't want to disappoint people, but I also don't want to be okay with it.
Keeps you sharp.
Keeps you
This guy.
focused.
By being afraid of messing up, I become stronger.
This kid knows this words.
I'll be back in a second.
What's wrong, try hard? Let's try to do Drake and Josh.
So like when he brought up the cats, I thought we were gonna turn into cats because there's like a fucking like an entire fucking scenario where it's just like, hey, all your investigators are cats now. That's fun.
That sounds like it'd be fun.
It sounds like it's so fucking stupid, but it sounds like a lot of fun.
For some reason I was...
Do you want to know what it's called?
Is it called Cat?
Yeah, no,
Musical?
called CTHULHU.
Oh.
Like that's the official name of it.
That's nice.
River Clan is the best clan, guys.
Fuck are you talking about?
Fucking silly.
You didn't answer my question. You're just like churgling over there.
Turtle. What was your question?
Who turtled?
That is one hell of a reference.
Stuck in toes.
No.
Sucking toes and smacking.
Ass.
Yeah.
Oh, did I
No.
show you guys the name of the like fucking made up suspects for my forensics class?
No.
Well, look at them, and I want you to read them.
Alright.
Jimmy I know, I saw Officer Jimmy Johns.
Yeah, no. Read the background.
Lloyd Chudley Alexander, Willie Mays Hayes, Old Mr. McFarland, or Seth as everyone calls him.
That's pretty good.
This is all good and all, but where is Archibald Prangler?
Old Pringler.
Where's Luigi Fettuccine?
What the hell was the other one? There was two of them.
There were. I don't know. you
Archibald
left
Pringler
about-
and something else.
Miss Throat Kill or something?
No, that was Miss
No,
Bone
no.
Grater. That's not one of the ones
Bone
that got
Grater.
me. That's not one of them that got me. There was one after Pringler, but I can't remember what it was.
Oh fuck.
August. It was Dr. August Perplinsky.
Oh,
Oh yeah. I think what's funny about this is the fact that he didn't have to give names to any of these suspects, but he was just like, yeah, all right, let's do that.
Jimmy Johns, Chudley Alexander, Willie Mays Hayes, and Seth MacFarlane. I'm done. That's a job well done.
Congratulations.
Oh Lord.
Oh, we're done with Call of Cthulhu then.
Yeah. Okay, that's it. Does anybody else wish to create a dream artifact?
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Okay.
I have no wish to be free of my fears.
We're gonna help our friends.
Let me roll a little something here. Where the fuck are my fucking? Where the hell are all my goddamn Here we go.
What did I?
What did you just say?
What?
That's
What?
a 99.
What did you just say?
what? What's you say? Chocolate.
I remember when they first invented cigarettes.
Are you guys in separate cabins or in your are you all
Yeah,
like
we're-
clustered together?
I mean, we apparently came together.
I guess
we
y'all came into my room.
invaded- We all came into Dick and Bronson's room so that we were making these things.
I'm in my own cabin.
Except Shags, who's in his own cabin, focusing on his albatross.
Own fears.
We're charging our Joe crystals.
Slinking into the room with you guys is a small black kitten,
Oh, hey
An
there.
animal.
which sort of
It's a cute cat.
looks around and says, meow, and then jumps up onto Dick's lap.
Aw, we like you.
I rolled a 99, which meant that it would jump on the most unlikely person.
I like it.
That's good.
So no one saw that coming.
Alright.
And that's a little bit of a stretch.
Okay, so Arple,
Dead.
you've had a good run, but I'm afraid we're gonna have to let you go.
You've had a good run.
Kicks him off the
okay?
train.
The cat's out of the bag.
Take a fucking hike.
Fucking catastrophe.
I've used up.
Holy shit, dude.
I've used up all 9 lives.
Motherfucker.
I'm gonna go get fucking dinner.
We have a cat.
You shouldn't have introduced cats. This is my wheelhouse.
I mean your wheel mouse.
Hey!
Oh,
You can,
doesn't
see,
work.
you can see the cat is pawing at the green bag that contains the fedora.
Sorry, this is fucked up.
What does
He
that mean?
wants to eat your fear.
Huh?
Look.
You know that?
I've looked at Uriah for a really long time.
Oh.
I don't think that's what that means.
Or maybe you just,
What
look.
if he's hungry? What if he wants to eat your fear?
You can use this opportunity to find
It
out
jumps
more
off
about
of
this
Dick.
wacky place.
It jumps off of Dick and then starts trying to climb up Bronson's leg.
Thank you.
Is it succeeding?
Not really. It's pretty young.
You gotta counter it. Counter
I'm gonna
it.
pick it up.
Shake it off.
Do a
Pick
quick
it up.
cross chop.
It says meow,
Aw.
Oh.
and it kind of
Okay.
curls up in your hands.
I'm gonna call him Lester.
What? Hmm? That's a shit name for a cat.
Lester the kid.
I'm back.
Look, Dick.
The cat spends much of the next 20 minutes leaping from person to person, playing around with your shoelaces and stuff, and then suddenly just sort of looks up and slinks back out.
Hi, Lester.
I woke up.
It was a spy.
What's it supposed to mean? Kid wouldn't do that.
Somebody's shouting out there. Do you hear that?
That is
I
true.
heard it.
But they do that pretty often.
Some children were shouting yesterday, and I couldn't tell where it was
Some
coming
children
from.
are shouting right now. I'll tell you.
You know what you- yeah, that's good.
It was a joke because
They're
because
close to the
these-
same age as you.
yeah,
Right,
but
is that a joke?
they're all younger.
Oh, that's. Oh, okay. I'll get the joke next time. I promise.
Sure.
How old are you?
How old am I?
Yes.
If
21.
FSU.
Pussy.
So they are two.
These boys are like, they're all like sophomores, aren't they?
I have no idea.
why are you living with kids?
Because that's just the luck of the dorm draw.
All the freshmen live in a different building, and then everyone else just gets.
Everyone else is mashed into the same fucking shit. It used to be freshmen living with upperclassmen. Christ alive, thank God that never happened.
It was funny.
Very funny.
Very funny.
Very bunny.
Okay.
Is there gonna be a Bunnicula episode of this?
Yes,
What?
it's actually happening right now.
Oh, us.
Did you just say aw?
Oh, us.
What the fuck was that?
Does anyone see? You don't get the reference.
Oh hell yeah!
If Sylvie was here, he would be screaming. Right?
Hey, get ready for a high five.
I think Sophie is here.
Unmute yourself.
No, don't do it.
Don't.
Do it.
Don't. You'll scare.
We have to
No,
let
I
Dark
don't.
know your voice.
No.
He's not even actually here.
It would be totally us.
Shut the fuck up.
He appears.
So the cat went away.
Yeah, it left.
I left.
I'm gonna go back to my room now with Shanks.
Okay.
I have no idea who I'm rooming with.
You're rooming with Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna look at my short sword and be like, well, that's cool.
Nobody likes me. Haha. I always like being the odd one out. It's so much fun.
Is that your
I'm rooming with the pig.
At this point, you hear a massive gong.
food?
Food!
Let's
Oh,
go.
food!
It's been
We stumble
minutes.
over each other, keep going to get food.
Start chanting food.
Food. Food.
You guys start running, shouting, food, 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 into the
Gotta get it.
kitchen.
We're gonna have it.
Gotta have me some meat.
And you can
I
see
gotta have a good meal.
an immense feast has been prepared.
Okay, but what actually?
And I will now give you the menu.
I'm afraid.
It's actually not that bad.
Why do you even read the menu? It's just food. Come on. Come on.
Just point to the first one. It's probably fine, whatever it is.
It better be a burger.
This is the menu for the welcoming banquet.
cream of turtles.
Well, that's not so bad.
I don't want an elephant pad.
You.
I don't want boar's head a la mode.
What does a spit roasted pheasant
I
look
want the
I
like?
think
fruit nuts and spices from Dolphin Groves.
I think
I want
the
that
turtle
boar's
soup
head.
sounds nice.
Do you want to wash it down with some Zug Moon Tree wine?
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
I do want that.
I want a big
Do
glass.
they got any water?
They got any water? Hell no.
What is a kid like me supposed to drink?
You're supposed to get crunk.
I think I'll have myself a grilled
Well, you can
elephant.
have pearls from wave-washed Mtal dissolved in the vinegar of Thrace. That's not alcoholic.
Okay.
Truffles and sweetbreads. Wow.
Can I ask them where the Siddharthian groves are? I want to meet Buddha.
The one of the attendants says, "Why, they're in Siddharth, of course." He keeps walking.
Dang.
Do they really not have, like, water? Come the fuck out. Come
They
the
probably
fuck
have water.
Oh man, you can't pass up that wines of Saru being planted in the Carthian Hills and Mount Aaron, plus Zug Moon Tree.
Why is it
I'll,
so
I'll
long?
just stick to water. Thank you.
You're missing out. You're in the dream world. Once in a lifetime.
They hand you a bottle of Poland Springs water.
Oh wow. I'm sorry. Do you have Coke?
Oh, that's fucked
No,
up,
we got
dude.
Pepsi.
Is Pepsi fine?
No! It is not!
I'd like to have a Sprite. Is Sierra Mist okay?
It's called Miss Twist now, you fucking troglodyte.
Is it fucking
Oh
really?
no! I don't know the name of a shit soft drink.
Why would I keep
I will
up with the
fucking
name
kill
of a
you.
horrible,
This is 1927.
horrible...
Mist is
Doofus.
bad.
True.
Sierra Mist
Can I
is
get a
bar none worst
Pepsi
soda.
instead?
We don't have any
No.
cookies. Zug Muntri Pepsi, okay?
Zug Moon Tree Pepsi, okay.
Pepsi Cola.
Um,
Starting here.
you can see tucked away in the way back is that Elizabethan woman who's sort of like eyeing everybody and like taking very small bites of a very small portion. And you can see the guy with the beard, the Karakov guy, is leaning back and enjoying himself, and the guy with the chops, who I should have introduced himself, but I forgot to do it. His name is Mac.
Oh, you didn't say his name.
Yeah. He is just fucking going to town. He is just tearing shit up. And he's like biting into a huge leg of something. And he's like, oh, bloody delicious.
It's the Dreamland. Eat me whatever.
Yeah. Are there is there health issues in this world?
Not really, it's a dream.
Okay, awesome.
I mean, fuck that. I'm gonna get the turtle soup and I'm gonna drink pearls.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
I'm shooting pearls here.
You can see as they bring over like this sort of like weird like pale yellow liquid, and they just sort of like crush a pearl over it and drop it and swirl it to like mix it in, and then they hand it to you.
Whoa.
I downed that shit.
It's very, very, very bitter.
Oof. Okay.
God, I hope.
Who is getting the Zug Moon Tree wine?
Me.
Me,
Shanks
I
and
said me,
Uriah
but
and
it's-
Dick.
God, yes.
As you guys drink the wine, I need all of you to make con rolls.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I succeeded.
I dropped my thing after rolling.
Who
I
drinks wine?
succeeded.
Who drinks
I-
wine anymore?
Alright, let me make sure.
I got a hard suck on my good con roll.
Yeah, I got it.
There's big deals, I think.
It is really,
no.
really strong, but all of you managed to stay conscious.
Hell yeah.
This is pretty. This is pretty good. So good
This
it
is how I
made me
like it.
cough.
Strong.
If like a sip of something is enough to fucking make you pass out, I don't think you should be drinking it.
It's really
But
strong.
it didn't make me pass out. So
Yeah,
So I'd better
it's
keep
fine.
drinking it.
Alright, well I mean, go
Take
ahead.
another sip.
You're like drinking fucking straight chloroform. Like,
I like eating alcohol.
it's a dream.
It was all a dream. It was
Uh,
all a dream.
Besides, I have to use this time to explore this new world.
You can also see that little kitten who'd been hanging out with you.
Hey,
Darts around the legs of some of the patrons and tries to rush into the kitchen.
I want to try to pet the cat.
It's not like right in front of you at the moment. It's trying to run into the kitchen.
I want to catch
Jimmy
it and pet it.
Jimmy's gonna get up like an idiot and go chase it around.
I want to catch that fucking cat.
Because that worked out so well for Arpo's character.
Well, I'm Jimmy though.
As it
Yeah,
tries to
you're-
rush, as it
you're-
tries to rush into the kitchen, Henry steps in front of it. Are you rushing up to grab it?
Well, I mean, if I see him stop and get it, I want to try to reach
He
down
didn't
and
pick it up.
pick him up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, make a dex roll.
Alright. It was just a success.
It slips out of your grasp.
Damn it!
Henry kind of gives you a weird look,
I just want to pet him.
and he
He's a
looks
cute
down at the
kid.
cat and he's like, Blackjack, you are not allowed to go in there.
Oh, he has a name?
It's not Lester. It's Blackjack.
And the cat
Oh.
sort of looks at him and goes, meow. And then he looks down at it and he says, meow, 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 meow,
What?
meow, meow.
Whoa.
Sir, are you
And the
okay?
cat looks up at it and goes, meow, 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 meow,
I'm
meow,
asking
meow,
you a
meow,
question, sir.
meow, meow,
Are you
meow,
okay?
meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow,
Sir.
meow, meow, meow.
Please. Teach me how
I
to
beg
speak,
you.
cat. Teach me how to speak to the cat.
And then the cat rushes away. And he says,
Oh,
that is taken care of?
I am asking Henry.
What is this?
I want to know how to speak to the cat like you do.
Oh, that is, of course, the language of cats, which cats speak in the Dreamlands.
How do I, teach me?
It is not something that you can learn so easily. It has taken me many years.
Many years. Well, is it okay if I pick up the cats and pet them?
Only if they
If
let
they-
you.
If they
I
let-
wouldn't go chasing them around.
Oh shit, he's being serious about that.
What's the best way to charm a cat?
Listen, you want to generally let the cats do as they please. They basically run Ulthar, and they are kind of important around these parts.
How do I charm a cat?
I am not speaking to you.
Oh, dude.
I mean, probably the same way you charm a regular cat, by ignoring it.
He didn't answer my fucking question.
He didn't answer my fucking question.
He just
What the hell?
fucking
He did a bugaboo.
kept sidestepping it.
I
Fuck
did
off.
the wah wah wah.
Go contribute nothing
Oh, what an
again, please.
asshole.
I
Thanks.
did the boo
He was kind of trying to explain that they're not really like Earth cats, that you can't just like run up and be like, but you just kept going, how do I put you? How am I gonna pet it though? So he just was like,
I wanna
the
fucking
rabbit
know.
Cat
so he's like, I'm fucking done with this.
I mean, he's allowed to talk to cats. I'm not. What the fuck?
You don't know the
What is
language!
this?
I'm gonna put the
Why?
rabbit,
Where
George.
the
You
fuck
don't-
is my water?
You don't know.
Maybe if you show them your badge, they'll talk to you.
Alright,
Hey,
alright.
listen, you
Cats
little
don't
fucking-
talk to pigs.
I flip out my fucking my badge, and I'm like, sir, please.
He's walking away.
This is.
There he goes.
This is
Listen, you're an
I'm a part of
international-
interdementia pole.
No, you're just part of Dementia Pole.
Oh,
Oh. All right, that was quality. You're back. You're allowed back in the
he's back on the train, boys.
Welcome back.
I really like the approval rating is just how much you bully McNasty.
Yeah.
It's a good rating.
I hate life.
Then why am I on thin ice?
I love you.
Alright. We're having a big conversation over there.
Yeah, they're having quite a chat fest. What the fuck? What was that noise?
I don't know. They're hooting
It's
and hollering on
Bible
your-
study, dude. Guys, it's Sunday. Please.
You're gonna
Yeah.
shit in your fucking shit.
Fuck off, HK. Jesus Christ. Why you just keep going? You're impressing no one.
I'm impressed.
Well, it's because you're.
You know, it wouldn't be so
I'm not
irritating
even-
if
I'm
they
not- I
didn't
don't
have
even
such a
have to say it.
tendency to have loud fucking shouting matches in their doorways.
Maybe we should shoot him with a gun.
Yeah, hey, wait
No,
a
I
minute.
don't think I would say
Shoot
that.
them with
Then
your
again,
I
come.
think- I don't think you should say that right now.
Let's go come on them. That'll make
Yeah,
them
I-
stop.
Nobody owns guns.
I want to
anymore.
learn the spell
Only the
power
teachers.
word come.
Oh.
That's the end of the session, folks.
What? Hey.
Alright, I'm going to bed. See ya.
We're just gonna sort of
Wait, hold on.
we're just gonna call this one
Let's
closed.
talk to Henry. We're gonna.
We can do it.
But anyways,
They'll come.
who knows? Maybe if I learn how to charm cats, I could pick up Dream
Some
Wife.
I cannot
What?
believe he wants to fuck a cat.
You wanna
No,
fuck
they're
a
not
cat?
just but they're not just cats in this universe.
That doesn't mean you can fuck them.
If I can get my
I didn't realize
fucking-
McNasty was Roderick.
if I can just get
Don't
my
bring that in here.
If I get my
It
foot
already
in the door,
happened, I
I
brought
can rule this fucking place, alright?
No, you can't. You're a stupid American.
You haven't fucking tried. You miss every shot you don't take, HK. And
We're
guess
not
what?
gonna-
I'm
Stupid
gonna take
fucking
this shot.
saying.
He's gonna die on this Dreamlands Express. He's never gonna make it back to the waking world.
Damn, he won't wake
Is this
up.
a die in the game, die in real life kind of thing?
It's a no.
Oh yeah.
Not really.
Hey,
If your character dies here, you die, like in real life. HK's been dead like twice now.
Uh-huh.
Die in Dreamland.
He is a real skeleton now.
I've
but
always
Nick
been a real
just said
skeleton.
no, not really.
I dropped in my box.
What the fuck is happening? You're dropping ball
Oh,
bearings
yeah.
all over your desk.
Oh no, I'm making cereal.
That's not food.
Fuck you.
He's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, saying "fuck you" it doesn't make it food.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. Watch this. Fuck you. See?
is it case food now? Alright.
This is
Nice.
fucking
I've
claustrophobic.
eaten a lot of food in my time, and cereal is not food.
Cereal's pretty good, I don't know. Depends
Cereal
on
is
the
a
cereal.
soup.
Would cereal be considered a soup?
Alright, why are we talking about this?
I don't know, man. Why are you talking about anything, man?
Cereal's
You
a
know?
soup.
Can you eat our food?
Anyways, fucking.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Cereal and milk is not a soup.
How was my grilled elephant pad?
All of the food is remarkably delicious.
Wow.
It tastes exactly how you dreamed it might.
I mean, I dreamed the elephant pad would taste pretty awful, but
Then it tastes real bad.
no, well, I mean in
Start-
real life.
Start thinking it tastes good.
I'm sure Uriah thinks it would taste just marvelous.
And tastes fantastic.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You can
But
you
you
can
saw
see
something.
that Mac guy waving you guys over like, hey!
Hey.
Hey.
You should walk over.
He is presently like holding up a bowl of turtle soup and just downing it in one slobbery gulp and then putting it back down. Oh!
Wow. I see you also got the turtle soup.
I am a man of refined taste.
Yeah,
And
you
then
are.
he takes a big bite of like an elephant pad.
Ooh.
Oh, lots of food here. How are you getting along?
There's a lot of cats.
Oh yeah, that's sort of a thing that happens in Ulthar. They sort of run the whole city. I don't know if you've heard.
They run the city?
Basically, as far as I know, Henry made some sort of deal with the cats who run that place. They can ride for free.
Oh.
I don't know the specifics. I'm not exactly a master of cat politics.
Does everyone start there?
Does it always start in Ulthar, you mean? No. It sort of depends. I've come out of Dilathleen before, but it's usually always Dilathleen or Ulthar for me.
Oh.
Not sure why. But this time, I tell ya. He holds up the briefcase again, which is still handcuffed to his arm. Right in the Gulf. Have any of you made a dream artifact?
Looks at Dick.
Looks at Dick.
I've got food in my mouth. Hang on.
Oh yeah, he's still eating.
Yeah.
Dick looked like his eyes dart from the side to side as like turtle soup dribbles down his chin.
I nod.
I poke
No
his
wonder
back.
why his wife left him.
Jesus, what the hell?
What the fuck?
Remember that it's canon that Dick met his wife while she was extremely drunk. So
Yeah.
thus
Oh,
explaining everything about his character and backstory in a single sentence.
Poor Dick.
I nod at his question.
He says, "You had any talk there with Karakov?"
Not yet.
Oh, let me tell you, he's a real icy sort. Best I can tell, back in the waking world, he's some sort of arms dealer.
Oh.
From what I've heard, he sold quite a few weapons. I remember reading in some newspaper article about him that they estimated he earned $1 for every soldier killed in the Great War.
Whoa. Wow.
That's a lot of dollars.
My estimation, whatever he's got in that trunk, he's trying to get rid of something related to his profession. Mark me. And that one over there, the Elizabethan, she's been here before. Madame
No,
Bruja.
Ooh.
You had any talk with her? Probably not. She doesn't like men.
Oh. Why's that?
Well, you didn't hear this from me, but there's an old legend that I heard back in the waking world, and I think it might have something to do with her.
Oh?
Oh, really?
It's called The Legend of the Lover's Heart. I can tell it to you if you'd like. I remember it. I've got
I
a
love that.
fucking keen mind.
Yeah.
Stories.
And a nice PDF.
And a nice PDF from which to read it.
That's a nice tab you got there.
Also, I sorta like talking in this accent.
Well, go on ahead.
Not particularly good at it, but it feels good. Alright. And he sort of like, he leans over and he glances from side to side. He's like, here's the tale. It's a grisly little myth, that of the sorcerer and the crone. The sorcerer married late and foolishly. As a reward for his folly, he one day surprised his young wife with her lover. Enraged, he summoned the dark powers and tore the unhappy pair to pieces. He ripped their hearts from their bodies and burned them to ash, vowing that they would have no rest even in death. And then he tossed their broken bodies to the dogs. He reckoned, without the dead girl's mother, a crone of horrid malevolence, who prayed daily before the church for vengeance. The cries were heard, although it is doubtful if the answer to her prayer was truly divine. It is whispered the church was built on an older and grimmer foundation raised by the ancient Romans in worship to their pagan gods. One day, she stood before the church holding aloft a glowing ruby the size of a clenched fist and of peculiar shape, as if it were fashioned of two lovers' hearts entwined. The sorcerer, seeing this stone, was consumed with desire for it. He ordered his men to seize it, but the crone hid it in her breast. He searched, but the stone was gone, and even under torture she would not reveal its hiding place. She was condemned for witchcraft and burned in the square before the church. As she was engulfed in flames before the sorcerer, the sorcerer yet demanded the stone from her. Consumed by fire, she at last unlocked her lips. "Hate is stronger than love," she screeched, "and death is stronger than life. Only in your dreams will you find it." She taunted the sorcerer. With that, she died. The sorcerer went mad with lust for that lost stone. In his last days, raving, he locked himself in his tower. Believing he had found the answer to his taunt, he burned himself alive in his own crypt. Some say the pair know no rest, but are seen even now on dark nights, chasing each other amid the storm clouds. The crone yet holds her glowing prize aloft, and shrieks with delight at the sorcerer's vain pursuit. "Hate is stronger than love," she proclaims, "and death is stronger than life." Surely no merciful providence would allow such horrors to exist. That's the story, long and short of it.
You're a good storyteller.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I wonder if we can get this story in.
Well, you sure can.
I'd buy you a drink, but I think the drinks are free.
Yeah, we sort of get everything on this thing. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
I just like, what's stronger, a kilogram of fat?
You know, when you said the fucking like hate is stronger than love thing, that's where my mind immediately went.
Steel.
But hate is heavier than feathers.
Hate is heavier than love.
But I look at that. That's cheating.
But they're both a kilogram.
I look at the size of that. That's cheating.
What's more valuable? A suit of armor or a bowl of mash?
Oh, this is another giggly session.
Anyways, there's the story. And he says, I'm a bit of a student of history myself, but I researched this thing the first time I saw the crone, because something just struck me about her. And I've heard the name Bruja bandied about in the circles where this story is told. And the one time I've ever held a conversation with her, she introduced herself as Madame Bruja. I tell ya, mark my words, she's the bloody crone.
What?
Neat.
What?
Say what?
Shut the fuck up. No, we're not doing this.
There's no way.
Say what? Say something. What? Say something.
This
What?
character, it just isn't me.
And he says, I wonder who will be getting on the train at Dylath-Leen. I tell ya, there's always some strange folk coming on at Dylath-Leen.
Oh, yeah, dial it freak show.
Anyway, and he looks down at his food, and you can see there's just like a mountain of empty bowls and plates. I think I've sort of overstayed my welcome. He pats his ample stomach and he stands up and he says, well, time to go to bed. Pleasure speaking with all of you. Marches off.
Wow.
That was crazy.
That was the story.
How do bodily requirements work in the dream world?
What do you mean?
Eat,
Pee?
sleep, drink, pee, etc.
The people who live there probably have to do that, but as you guys are dreamers, sort of just projecting yourself into the world, you probably don't have to.
We're gods.
Oh my god.
I can drink all I want.
And it won't kill me.
What's wrong with you people?
But I'll kill me.
Hey, but wait a minute. You had to make a fucking con save.
Yeah, whatever.
And that was like for one sip. You think you can just keep drinking like that?
I mean, I already finished the bottle.
Well, try it again and make another con save.
What if he's not thirsty?
I'm not gonna drink the same thing again. There's
Then
so
I guess
many
he
new
doesn't
things
have to
try.
drink it then.
If I'm gonna
He's
get
not-
something else to drink, then I'll get me some pearls from wave-washed metal dissolved in the vinegar of Thrace.
There's only two options on this fucking train, okay?
Yeah, well, that's that's what's on the first feast.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The next menu.
As-
We'll get, you know, Zuzu tree juice and all that kind of stuff.
As you guys are sort of sitting there and eating your turtle soup and drinking your moon juice or whatever the fuck, you can see Karakov over there just suddenly, like, startles, like he just heard a loud noise, and he ducks a little bit, and, like, a glass drops out of his hand and shatters, and he looks around like...
I can't.
Let's jump him.
Broke a glass. Let's fucking kill him.
No, we're gonna talk to him.
What? I can't believe that. I stab him.
And then he slowly returns to his previous state, reaches for another glass, and then suddenly he jumps again and like looks around like in a panic, like. Huh?
I want to ask him if he's okay.
Oh, and he looks up at you. Oh, don't you hear them? The guns.
No.
Oh. Are you shell-shocked, sir?
And he
Were you
jumps
in the
again.
war? I asked him if he was in the war,
I think his name's Karakov.
Karakov, yeah.
even though I know
Not sure.
why.
A
At least
war?
he feels
No, I
bad.
wasn't in the war myself. And he sort of relaxes for a second. Oh. Apologies. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Karakov. What is your name?
JV Scalfani, and I shake his hand.
A pleasure to meet you. I wonder, in the waking world, might you be in the market for firearms?
Well, I am a police officer.
A police officer, excellent. I've sold many weapons to
I just
People of-
take what I'm issued. Sorry,
people of
bud.
law enforcement.
I cut him off. while he
I
said
push
that.
away Jimmy. We might be. Why?
Hey, if you have bigger guns, I'm looking for bigger guns.
Gun?
Well, if you're ever back in
mean-
the waking world and you need to look up a place to get good guns, ask around for wares by Karakov, but don't ask for anything by that piece of shit Zaharov. Cut price shoddy bullshit he sells.
Ooh.
Look, if it shoots through schools, shoot me a letter.
Oh
What?
no.
Oh no.
What?
Oh no.
He says, it definitely does. And then all of a sudden he jumps again like, bloody guns.
You know,
So you're
I've heard there's a way to get around that, and how to do it is you build a mansion and you never stop building it.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you over the cannon fire. What were you saying?
Pretty good reference.
Yeah. I heard there's a way to stop that, and that's if you build a mansion and never stop building it, the guns can't find you.
Yeah. make
Again,
really
the
confusing
cannons, they're just
layouts.
too... I'm sorry, I've got to go. These cannons are driving me mad. I have to get back to my room where it's quiet. And he stands up, and he's like, oh, bloody hell. And
No.
marches off.
I'm so
If they
interested
were-
though, because he's a big guns dealer, but then he's
If
like
those
all afraid.
guns were looking for him, wouldn't his room be the least safe place?
No?
Shh.
He's insane, dude. Sorry.
Jimmy,
He's having
I
a
don't think
fun
you-
time.
I don't
No.
think you've any room to talk.
I don't know what I've done that's insane, but you know.
You can
I
now
mean,
see...
I've done dumb things. That's not insane though. I
In
don't think I fucking do things. You're the people that believe in monsters, okay? Not me! Not me!
Jimmy! Jimmy, we're in a dream together. Is that not a little weird to you?
We're just on the Orient Express, don't get it.
You just climbed onto a monster.
We're inside of an animal.
On top of one.
Oh,
This
yeah, on
this
top of
train
one.
goes all over the world. If you can't accept diversity, I don't know what I can do for you, okay?
Wait a minute. I go out the edge of the thing, and I look over the edge. Can I see the thing?
Yes.
Hey, Jimmy. Let's go look over the edge real quick. Let's go look at the scenery.
I'm good. I've already seen enough of it.
No, come on.
Can I roll
push him.
something? Can I roll something to see if I go and look?
They have to roll something to convince you.
Oh fuck! Good luck, kids.
I mean, persuasion for
You can make a persuade roll.
6
I'm going
persuasion,
to. Well, let me see. I'm gonna intimidate him.
Nope, I said
Why
persuade.
would you intimidate me?
Because my intimidate.
Look over the edge, or I'll fucking punch you, kid.
Yeah, my intimidate's
You
55.
can attempt to persuade.
Yeah, no, I can't do that.
And then I guess old Jimmy's staying rooted to that spot.
What do you mean? What's your persuasion?
Shame.
Shanks walks up and says,
20, not having
"All right,
32.
Jimmy,
You got a 20?
my man, let's go look over the edge and see what we can see. All right?
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna roll persuade."
Fuck, I just fucking muted myself. I don't care, I go and look over the edge. I don't care about your fucking roll.
He looks over the edge. Jimmy, you can see the massive, ponderous bulk of a giant monster with a bunch of tentacles flailing on the sides, and at one point an eyeball just sort of rolls by and looks at you and then rolls by again.
I guess that's what they mean by horsepower.
What the fuck?
Jimmy, are you retarded?
That's some fucking crazy ass horse. I don't get what you're talking about.
Jimmy, have you ever seen what a horse looks like?
Like I said, this train goes all over the world, okay?
I think you're a
this is
fucking
the horse,
idiot.
maybe it's a bull, okay? I'm no fucking scientist.
Let me tell you,
Jesus,
man,
people.
I think
You're
we need to
sure
help
is
Jimmy.
weird. Sometimes you have to marvel. Human
Maybe it's
life.
some African horse. I don't know. This train goes to Africa, right?
Might be.
No.
No.
I'm only saying that because fucking Toby mentioned Africa.
Maybe
Fuck.
some
At this point, you can see the Elizabethan woman, Madame Bruja, stands up stiffly, puts her fork and spoon down, and clutches that purse close to her, and then just hurries by without ever breaking eye contact with the door, just hurrying by.
One of these days, you people are gonna be afraid of tap water or some shit.
Tap water. You know, tap water is dangerous.
True.
We're in the 20s. There's not as many consistent.
McNasty's next character, Flint, Michigan.
Dumb as dirt.
Flint entirely
Lead
into
poisoning.
automatic. He's entirely spec into auto. He can dump a lot of lead.
He's just as incompetent.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hey, what if we talk to the girl?
She doesn't like men, Bronson.
But
But
Boys'
could-
charms
we could-
will not work.
we could be nice to her. And then,
All you're saying is time for Bronson to trap on Cam.
hey,
Yeah.
Yeah, why does this have to be such a sausage fest?
We'll have to
Jeez.
concoct some harebrained scheme to disguise Bronson as a grill.
I feel like this is like the third time that we've tried to do this.
You guys are just really interested in a cross-dressing Bronson for some suspicious
I
reason.
have,
stop this!
I have yet to use my fast talk. I want to use it.
Because you're retarded.
What do you mean? I've never got the chance to.
You can't go talk to people. Every time you do, you're just like, hey, I'm gonna go give that cat a kiss. Even though that-
Like,
Okay, the one time this happens? Okay. Alright. Like, Jesus Christ.
The one time.
No,
Look,
the one
we
time
can't-
he says.
Like, come on.
Look,
dude.
we can't fault him for wanting to touch that pussy.
no.
Oh,
touch the plumber.
That is the session,
No,
folks.
we're gonna go talk to the girl.
You want to go
Alright,
try to talk to Madame Bruja?
Yeah,
Okay.
come on.
I
Let's go.
just want this session that every time I make a pun, it does an Eric Andre outro before resuming back to the session.
Alright, so we're gonna get a
I wonder if this is supposed to be Bruja and not Bruja. I feel like it's probably Bruja.
Yeah, but
She's
we'll
not
talk on-
Spanish.
It should probably be Bruja, because that way I can make a Bruja joke.
Okay, it's Bruja now.
Fuck, big hoo-ha-ha.
I just think it's probably Bruja. I don't know why I've just been dropping the J like it's a fucking like she's from fucking Mexico or something. Anyways, you want to go try to talk to Madame Bruja?
Hell yeah, we want to see what's
Okay.
up with her.
So you pursue her.
Fast walk.
As she walks back to her compartment and enters it.
Oh. Now I feel rude.
knock on her door.
It's true. We should knock on her door. Bang, bang, bang.
Oh my god, he shot into it thrice.
I don't have a gun.
Oh, he stabbed it 3 times.
I don't have a. Well, I do this sword. Okay.
The door opens a sliver, and you see one of her cold, dark eyes peering out. And you hear, "Yes,
Hello, madam.
is there something I can do for you?"
I don't know. I just wanted to talk. I wanted to, we're on the same train. I think we should have a conversation.
She's just glaring at you. She says, "Why?"
I don't know. It'd be interesting, It's gonna be a while till we get to our next destination. I think we should pass the time.
She looks over your shoulder. Is anybody else there?
I'm a little off to the side.
I'm still eating.
Oh yeah, you could be still eating. The banquet is ongoing.
Yeah, I'm still eating.
Still wheaten.
Damn.
Old Jesus, I didn't realize he was the Wesley Crusher of this. He's still Wheaton.
Hey.
There we go.
Do you get it? Haha. It's a Will Wheaton. Anyway,
It's not a cat pun, okay?
She says, "What is your name?"
I'm Bronson Macker.
You seem unsettlingly earnest.
Why would I lie? I'm a mailman too. Or a good one.
She seems perplexed by your earnestness. And she says, "Very well." She opens the door a little bit, and she steps back.
Can I come in?
Yeah, she stepped back and opened the fucking door.
Well, I gotta ask. She doesn't seem too, friendly.
She
Seems
sort
too
of
trusting of men.
sits on her bed with her fingers steepled. She says, "What did you want to say?"
I'm gonna go back to the banquet.
Jeez, guys. Okay. Well, what's your real life counterpart? What do you do in real life?
Nothing anymore. I guess you could say I'm retired.
Oh, what did you do before?
I was a mother.
Oh. Oh. I'm sorry.
Why is that so fun? That's not even that fun.
It kind of is.
Wow, that's fucked up.
She does not respond to that.
You have a husband?
Not anymore.
Oh. So, why'd you come here? What's your fear?
That's awfully personal, don't you think?
I suppose so. But, I don't know.
Why does anyone come to this train?
Well, they do it to get rid of their fears. Well,
Then why ask?
I thought it'd be interesting. You're gonna throw away your fears anyway.
She sort of just blinks. And you realize suddenly that it's the first time she's blinked.
Oh. That's interesting. Some of my friends have fears they're gonna throw away.
a pleasure talking with you, Bronson.
Thank you, madam. I bow and I walk.
She slowly closes the door.
That went pretty well.
I'm waiting
That
for
was
Bronson
horrible.
as I'm finishing up my
I
Bronson,
think we should.
Bronson walks back into the dining hall like fucking covered in flop sweat.
I think we could have.
Hey, Bronson, what happened to you? You look like shit.
I had a very interesting conversation with Madame.
We should have tried to disguise you.
What do you mean by interesting?
It's too interesting. You wouldn't understand. I'm sorry.
You're covered in sweat. I don't like where this is going.
It's too mature.
Bronson, is it like you met an older lady interesting, or is it like you lost your guardian in an apartment interesting?
More like I think I have a fear now.
Good job.
I turned to Felix and whisper in his ear, Did he have sex with her?
I don't think so.
Okay, alright, I just wanted to like
No
get some...
fears.
What's
Goes to talk to an old woman. One for you.
Either that, or he's really fast.
Oh, no.
Good point.
He prefers the term efficient.
How old is he again?
I'm 17.
Okay, yeah, he might just be really fast.
God.
Okay.
Isn't he 18 now?
Actually, you're right. I am 18 because it's in 2 years.
Oh,
Oh,
I thought your
now.
birthday thing was in like February.
Get a
I
fucking
thought we've
job,
already done
kiddo.
February twice.
No, it's not.
Is it January still? Oh, it's January, right?
You haven't been to the 2nd February yet.
That's true.
It's still January.
It's still January.
Oh boy, we have
You're very close to your big
Yeah,
18th.
Bronson's 18th birthday.
He's not gonna make it.
What?
Guys, actually, it's February.
It's not.
What the
Excuse
fuck?
me, do not break our P.
February 25th, 2018.
Shut the fuck up.
Jesus.
Tell me who retarded.
You didn't even get the right century.
Yeah, you're like almost 100 years off.
You didn't even get the right millennia, dude.
Well, yeah, you didn't get
Yeah.
that.
I know. So,
You sucking on your fingers after eating?
Stop.
Yeah,
it's going pretty hard, I see.
that's some pretty good food.
Do you guys just hang out until
No.
you get to the next stop?
No,
What are you doing then?
I'm going back to my room.
So
That's
yes.
what
then.
he was asking!
Fucking.
He wants to go to his room and then hang out.
Yeah. I'm not hanging out here.
Good fuck.
I joined him. We're gonna hang out.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm gonna eat some of these fruits, nuts, and spices.
Why don't
I
I?
will as
Why
well.
don't I get to the next stop now?
This is
But
a
I-
mess.
But I gotta enjoy these fruits, nuts, and spices.
The train slowly begins to arrive at the city of Dilathleen in the velvet depths of the night. It pulls up at a platform built of black basalt outside the walls of the city. Mostly built of black basalt itself, with thin angular towers just sort of rising at strange angles into the air. You can see many dismal sea taverns near the myriad wharves, and you can see dark, uninviting streets beyond. It's a shifty-looking place. And, people are now boarding the train.
Oh man.
You may go to look at the people boarding, or you can shut yourselves in your rooms
I want to see.
and look
I wanna
at,
see.
beer-soaked fedoras or something.
No, I need to go see.
Let's take a look.
Bronson drags Dick out of the room.
No, sorry. Yeah, I'm coming.
Okay.
I'm gonna take a gander too.
Okay.
Mhm.
Sorry.
I want to see more exotic peoples.
You see a few cats and a few passengers leaving the train at Tylathleen. But there are many new passengers aboard, notably among whom are the following. You can see a thin man with pale skin and dark hair approaching the train. His eyes are pure yellow without pupils. He and Henry greet each other courteously, and you can see he hands Henry a small bottle of wine. Henry accepts it and waves the man on board. Let me grab his picture, which is a little creepy because on account of the yellow eyes with no pupils. Here he is.
Huh.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh,
Why does he look like, Oh, shit.
so
but he's fucking styling.
He's got fucking he's got that ascot.
He looks
He's
like
got
Aaron Burr.
He's got all kinds of
yes.
shit
does
going
he just
on.
have like white eyes, or are they?
Oh my god, that's Aaron Burr!
Huh?
That's Aaron Burr.
I don't think that it is.
That's definitely Aaron Burr.
These men do not look alike.
They do.
Not at all.
These men
Okay,
don't
what
even
about
look...
Arpel Burr?
What?
Yeah.
You remember?
Stop that.
No, go away!
Um, his eyes are not pure white. They're like a pure gold color.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well then, I guess he doesn't look that spooky.
He just sort of walks along and he sort of smiles and nods at a couple of people as he enters. Let's see here. The next person who gets on is named.
What?
Oh boy, this is happening now.
What?
What's happening?
And
Yeah.
now approaching are 6 individuals.
Ooh, 6. Wow.
Very, very tall, handsome-looking noble sorts in long, flowing, beautifully decorated robes that are just sort of all chuckling to themselves, like, yes, it's quiet. And they just sort of, they get on and they, as they approach and get on, you can see they kind of have like a pale yellowish tinge to their skin. And as they climb aboard the train, like marching right past Henry like he's not even there, you can see they're like, yes, and they pass you guys and give you kind of like a disdainful look as they walk by. And they turn up their nose.
I try to return a nice disdainful look at them.
I smile at them.
And you can see leaning against the wall near you is Mac, who says, "Bloody Sarnathians. Fucking cunts, the lot of them, I tell you.
Oh.
They're all noble types. They think they're all so high and mighty. It's terrible, I tell you. They look down on us human dreamers. Not very good conversational partners." Although, they are better conversational partners than them. And you can see now, approaching, not near any of the people who are getting on with the regular crowd, but sort of off to the side in like a dark shadowed corner up a ladder towards the back. A group of 6 utterly loathsome looking beings. Green and boneless. And kind of moving along like weird, leggy, like blobs of flesh. And you can smell, even from this distance, this weird scent carrying on the wind off of them. It's really pungent.
Oh, God bless them. God bless them.
And you can see one of them is holding this little blue toad with a furry head, and it keeps squeaking it, and it goes. And then they climb up the side and just sort of pile into one of the back compartments.
What are those?
Those are the beings of Ib, from a neighboring city to Sarnath, as far as I understand. Apparently we've got a delegation from them both on the train this year. I don't know why. Yes. And you can hear now coming from the Sarnathian delegation, who have sort of taken up position in the dining car. They're just like laughing and drinking heavily and like playing a bunch of music and stuff. And you can see a bunch of like servants in similar colored attire, although way worse, are now dragging massive amounts of luggage back towards the luggage car, like, oh fuck. They seem like real good dudes.
I don't think so.
Yeah, the more I hear about these men of Ib, the less I care for them.
Don't worry.
Well, the beings of Ib were the slime beasts.
Yeah.
The Sarnathians are the nobles.
The beings of Ib look like good boys.
I don't know about that. I don't.
They're good frog boys.
good frog boys.
It's hard to tell.
This does not look like a frog boy.
I'm gonna have to keep a scholarly open
Just a little bit of bonitis, okay?
Well, they don't have bones though, so it's fine.
Well, yeah, that's
Bonitis requires you to have bones.
They
No.
had bones.
They had
have-
bones at one point, and now they have
They have
bonitis.
bones. They're just squishy. They're squishy boys.
Don't say that.
They've got squishy boy bones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh bless their soul, Jimmy says.
Don't talk.
Like you.
I mean, I think you'd be all into them. I think Dick would be all about them, considering they're slimy boys.
That hasn't been a thing for like fucking ever.
Nope, you're still Dick Paraslime.
Okay.
Good old slimy dick.
Yep.
Always
Slimy
secreting
Dick
his-
Paraslime.
his dick slime.
Slithers all around the dream.
And as the train slowly begins to pull away, you can see one more person.
Dick off the train. Left
A dick
behind.
off the train being killed.
Oh no.
You can see a young and pretty girl, muffled in a heavy traveling cloak, with long golden hair elaborately dressed in a high mound of glorious curls. Beneath the cloak, she wears a semi-transparent harem girl outfit, trousers and shirt, mere wafts of diaphanous mauve silk, sewed with glittering seed pearls.
I'm shooting pearls here.
And she is fucking late. And she is running after the train like, wait! Hold on, I'm coming! And she's running along the side of it like, trying to like find a way to jump on.
Open a door and pull her up, milady.
Make a dex roll to grab her.
All right. 21. So that's a extreme, I think. Got
Okay.
no, it's not. It's not an extreme, but it is a hard.
It's still good. She leaps and grabs onto the firm, toned arm of Jimmy Scalfani,
Yeah.
who pulls her aboard. And she sort of like staggers there in the hallway for a second, like, whew, I need to be better about keeping track of time.
Yeah, you do, and that was dangerous. I don't want to ever see you do it again.
I'm writing the ticket
And I
up.
shut the door, and I write this down in a notebook.
She like wipes some sweat from her brow and is like, whew, 1,000 thanks, my friend. I am Zuza. Tomorrow night I will dance for you.
Okay.
Oh.
I tell her that my name is Jimmy Scalfani.
She shakes your hand and gives it a little kiss on the knuckles.
Oh my god.
And then she flutters a wink at you. And then she hurries off.
Felix is gonna walk up to Jimmy and firmly put a hand on his shoulder. Pat, pat. Jimmy, I don't want no gypsies in our bedroom.
She really does look like a gypsy.
I look over to him and I say, me too.
It's just a good old boys club over here, huh?
Sausage Club!
Sausage Fest!
Boys Night!
And then we both look at the camera.
Oh,
God damn it.
Game Boy night.
Well, alright.
Time for the second banquet yet?
Not quite.
I don't want to get my mouth full of food.
You can see that guy with the golden eyes is now, having stowed away his luggage, entering his compartment, which is right next to that of James and Felix.
James and Felix.
I just wanted to say James because I know it bothers you.
That's like the first time I've heard that, I think. Maybe the second time. Oh. Doesn't bother me all that
I said
much.
it before and you got like real mad for some reason. You're like, it's Jimmy, who the fuck is James?
Who the fuck is James?
That's you.
No, you fucking guy.
I never forgot your character's names. Mug. It's like super easy.
I don't make characters with complicated names except for that one time with Alistair. He sort of looks over to Felix and Jimmy and gives you a little nod and says, "Hello, neighbors."
Felix tips his hat. Hello.
And I just say, hello.
H.
My name is Miranin Mur.
Whoa, that was
What was that again?
I'll type it because it's kind of it's a weird name.
a funny name.
I ask if that's with 2 R's.
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah. My name is Felix Berman. Pleasure to meet you.
A pleasure. I hope we can all have a wonderful time aboard this train. It's quite a marvel, isn't it?
It is a train.
Yes.
Felix has been taking notes on the dream train the entire time.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
He's gonna have so much bullshit to bring back to the train club.
They're gonna be so happy.
I must get my things squared away. I hope we can speak again later. A pleasure. And he steps into his compartment and closes the door.
Well, okay.
He seemed nice.
I just hope he isn't loud.
Yeah,
Talking-
but look on the bright side. He wasn't a vagrant.
Well,
You suddenly hear just fucking loud music blasting from inside his room.
God damn it.
He's like,
I bet he only listens to Dream Theater.
Fuck you.
Is that just like the...
Fuck you. Oh.
I don't know what that is.
Oh.
Is that the wah 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 wah?
he's actually a bigger
Yeah,
fan
no,
of. He's
that's-
a bigger fan of
that's not-
Arion, actually.
Is that the stupid YouTube song?
No,
What?
that's
Dream
I don't
Theater
know.
is prog rock.
yeah. Dream
Yeah.
Theater's like fucking Prague.
I don't know what the fuck that is. I thought you were talking about that stupid generic song you're on fucking shitty
No, that's
YouTube videos.
double 0700 soundscape or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what it's called. Something like that. Jesus, what the fuck happens now?
What happens now?
There's a few hours before the next thing happens, so if there's anything you would like to do.
I turned to Bronson. Bronson, what happened with that elderly woman?
Nothing. You wouldn't understand.
Dude, what do you mean I wouldn't understand? What are you getting at?
Our
How many
conversation
times
is
are you gonna ask him this? It's like the third time. Second time.
Second time.
It's the second time.
Listen.
Look, the man doesn't want to talk about it, alright?
What are
He's a
you
big
doing in
boy.
my room? How do you keep getting in here?
You don't have to keep on asking.
We're still closed.
Yeah, listen, it doesn't really matter how we got in here.
It just keeps happening. Like it's always.
Well, the walls are thin here, Nick.
I've actually got an,
Who? You forgot my name, you piece of shit.
Dick,
broke our piece.
Look, Nick and Dick are very easy to interchange.
R.I.P.
You broke our P.
let's get out of here, Shanks.
Oh, it's Shanks.
Is Shanks asleep?
He just drags him out.
Shanks is imposing Shanks.
Don't we have like a fucking dude, like that mer dude, like in between our fucking suites or something?
Nah, it's like Bronson and Dick, then Shanks and Uriah, then Felix and Jimmy, and then Mirren and Mur.
Okay.
You guys are all next to each other.
How adorable.
Like friends in a friend zone.
Yeah, alright, well, how the fuck is Jimmy able to hear our conversations ever?
The walls are thin.
Because he's
it's
playing
like-
he's playing fast and loose with metagaming.
Oof.
It's humorous.
Dude.
We've all got Toon Force powers. It's okay.
No.
Like, alright, whatever. Alright, whatever.
Alright, fuck it. I don't care.
I don't care anymore, I'm upset.
The most powerful magic of all is funny magic.
Hey, did Dick want to go check on the cats?
Yeah.
Wait, really? Or
Yeah, alright, let's go.
oh heck yeah! Can we go to the car? Can we go check on the cats in the cat car? Or is it off limits?
They seem to like me and Bronson.
The cat car is actually off limits.
Dang.
Fuck.
However, you do see at this point
It's
Blackjack
forbidden.
Blackjack sort of bounds around a corner and starts rubbing up against Bronson's legs.
It's Esther. I don't know he's Blackjack.
What do you mean you don't know? We heard him.
Did we actually hear that?
He
I
said that
Uh,
in English.
Well, I know, but
It was in the same dining car. It was like 15 feet away from you.
Alright. It's okay, Blackjack. I still think you Lester. Oh. Look at Dick. Look at
In
this.
cat
So-
language, he said, "My name's fucking Blackjack, dude."
Well, I don't know that.
What do you
Blackjack,
mean?
I'm Blackjack, but you can be my hooker tonight.
Can I?
I don't know cat speak.
Or no, I don't
All I
either.
know is he said meow.
Can I get a cast or talk with animals spell, please? Thank you.
No.
Damn it.
It's too late.
Oh yeah, Liam died. Can't do that anymore.
Rest in peace, Liam.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking dead.
Fucking dead.
Alright,
Here you go. Here, Dick, give him a pat.
I put my hand down to see if he comes over to it.
He does.
I pat him on the head.
He says, meow.
Oh, heck yeah.
I meow back to him.
He looks really confused.
Oh my god, what did you say to him?
I don't know, I'm so sorry.
He sort of backs away a little bit.
I'm sorry.
Goes back to Bronson.
It's okay. It's okay, Blackjack. Alright. We need to go see the others.
What, the other cats?
Not the other cats. That's for another time. And this, kind of want to speak to the other people.
Oh, the other people? Alright.
You can. Who do you want to go try to talk to?
The new people.
Did we see Jimmy talk to Zuza? Or help out?
I mean, yeah, you guys were all sort of like up where people were getting on the train, and she sort of came on just as it was leaving and got pulled up. So presumably, yeah, you would have seen that.
Alright, let's go gather the gang and let's go find Zuza.
Everyone?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's easier to talk to her if you
Oh,
had
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, bye, Blackjack. Bye, Blackjack.
Blackjack is just kind of still following you around.
Alright, cool.
Time to go socialize.
So you go look for Zuza's cabin, and you find it, and you can see her in there. Just sort of like draping a bunch of like silks over things, and like she set up like a little incense thing in the corner.
Thing.
Oh,
Making it like home.
And
that could be dangerous.
on her desk she has a little statuette of a girl dancing. And she looks over as you guys approach and says, "Oh, there's quite a lot of you here."
Yeah.
Hello.
I'm Bronson.
A pleasure to meet you. I am Zusa.
I introduced
Right.
myself.
Hello. Oh, I should write Zusa because it's not spelled how you might expect.
It's not with Z's.
Well, it is, but it's with more than that.
Two C's.
And
Did
then
we get
CIOUSA.
Do we get a picture of what she looks like?
Ooh.
There's actually not a picture of her for whatever reason.
Okay, because I was gonna say, like, man, if I'm hitting it off with her, I at least want to know what she looks
She's fine.
like.
She's explicitly fine.
I'm not gonna take your word for
Fine.
The book makes it quite clear that Zusa's fine.
You just gotta inspect the fine print.
Oof.
it. Hmm.
She
Hey,
is-
wait, I get it.
That
was alright, that was pretty good.
She looks around and says, "Gosh, I didn't realize I would have such a welcoming party."
Don't worry, we're friends of Jimmy.
Oh, and she looks past the shoulders of the 9 people crammed in her doorway. Says, "Oh, hello, Jimmy."
They say friends, but they're really mean to me.
We're not.
You know, whatever.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Jimmy.
I am incidentally rude.
It just happens that way, you know?
Okay.
Felix is going back to his car.
Felix is like, this is weird.
Oh my goodness. People don't want to have conversations.
Is there? I mean,
What?
you just kind of entered my room and now you're just standing there silently. I mean,
Could you give me a freaking second? Jesus.
I'm not sure why I came in here. But
So why are you here?
well, to get rid of something in the Gulf of Nodens, of course.
Oh,
Is it something very scary?
Scary.
It's I don't know. It's kind of personal. I don't know if I should talk about it.
Understandable. Dick's afraid of the hat.
Well,
You're
I've
afraid of a
emphasized a
hat.
lot of his insecurities. We could tell you all about them if you wanted to, but we
Wait,
won't.
what are you talking about, Uriah? How do you know this? Not that I'm saying it's true. I'm not confirming or denying it. But how do you know?
It kinda... You end up talking about it a lot.
He lives outside of your house on the street, and you just watched it all happen.
He's
He
caught.
watched it. He saw
Uriah
it.
has an uncanny ability to manifest underneath whatever bed Dick is currently using, so...
Yeah.
He saw as my wife stormed out that faithful
He
night.
was lying underneath the bed watching everything.
And he said, he gasped, and I was like, who made that noise?
He was pretty tense.
He was like under the bed, like watching it like a soap opera, and he's like, "She didn't."
He was like, what? Who the fuck was that? And through like tears. Yeah, he was just like fucking sobbing. He hears Uriah talk, and he's just like, what the fuck was that? Who said that?
Am I going crazy?
Oh, are you like that fucking roommate you had that was like crying?
Yes. Oh my god.
He was munching down on some Pizza Hut.
Yeah, no, he just like fucking ordered he broke up with his girlfriend. He didn't realize I was in the other room. So he just started fucking bawling and started like slamming his fist on his desk saying like, why did she do this to me?
You've told us this story before.
I know it's sort of...
This is the first I have heard of this.
You've never
Well,
heard this
anyway.
story?
I've heard of this.
So he ordered a large pizza all by himself, and he just ate that, and he... And so
You know,
like, I
that's
went
a
to go take
perfectly
shower.
normal thing to do.
No, I went to go take a shower, and he was just like standing there in his boxers eating a pizza, and he was like, "Oh, I didn't realize you were here." And I was like, "Yeah."
It's not more so like embarrassing that he's doing it. It's just like awkward to be in that situation.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
just like,
oh,
oh god, I've heard
this
it
is
all.
something that should be private.
How could
but,
you do this to me?
Karina!
Mom! Mom! How could you do this to me?
Karina!
Why are we making fun of my roommate?
Because it's funny.
It is funny. He's a piece of shit.
Oh no!
She felt pain.
I told you. I've told everyone the story about how I used my fucking hand soap as body
yeah,
wash.
I
twice.
definitely
Oh,
heard
yeah.
that
the
story.
same guy.
That
Yes.
is... I hope he chafed severely.
My fucking grandfather was like, "Oh, you should have put bleach in," and I was like, "Oh, I didn't. No, I shouldn't."
No? Why?
no,
Why would you put bleach in your...
Well,
What
son,
he
you
should have done is
nuts are gonna be punished enough.
listen. You
Put
wanna
some
you wanna
fucking
you wanna
hot
really
water
get back
on
at him. You should fucking kill him.
What you should really do is chloroform, then hit him over there with a fucking brick, and then fucking bury him outside, please.
What you want to do is you want to take a nice heavy object and just keep hitting until you see hamburger.
That'll make him respect you. Wait, hamburger. That's fucking weird.
All right, we got off track.
Is there a more efficient way to open the bag of meat?
The bag of meat?
What?
A bag of meat. A big brown paper bag full of hamburger meat.
Are you okay?
What are you... What? Why are you... What?
I thought
That wasn't that funny!
I thought he said open the bag of meat. I'm like, what the fuck?
The back meat?
Just fucking set him off. Back of meat.
It's just so dumb.
I
This is a
like
good
the
session.
Bag of meat.
It's a good session,
Anyway,
lads.
so in order to
What
in order to cast this spell, you're
This
going
is the
to
worst
want to
session of
open the
Call of
bag of
Cthulhu ever.
Oh, I'm sweating.
There have been
What
worse.
is the session?
There's
What
there's
is
one
the
that
session?
there's one that I think I can distinctly remember being worse. Though I would not be surprised if you don't remember much about it.
Oh no, I remember it, but I
Oh,
have
yeah.
to disagree. I think it was better.
What would that session be?
Gosh, I
gets
wonder-
drunk.
Getting drunk.
Well, I mean that one was funny.
It was.
I don't know.
I
No,
did
this
say
was
the
pretty
day
funny
by
for me.
making us actually like think of a plan.
It's true.
Yes, it's true.
But you-
by
but then you
making us
really-
go back in time.
But you didn't think of a
None
plan.
of us did. Yeah,
We
Exactly.
sort of did, and then we did worst. Then we
The
chose
only
one
thing that
building.
changed was that you brought a ladder the second time.
We brought but that saved us.
I don't know
Yeah,
why the
it
fuck
did.
you didn't do it the
Babies.
first time.
And then HK saved us again by driving us home.
For whatever reason, you were
That
under
was-
the
that
impression
was
that it was surrounded by a chain link fence. When I said it was a big fuck off stone wall.
We couldn't get
That was
over
a
that, man.
shitty
That shit was too hard.
Scenario.
We should have just given up.
I should
Are
have
you making
killed
fun of
somebody.
me?
I should have just like killed somebody by DM Fiat. Just like.
That would be silly, though.
And I'm gonna
Right.
do it now. Actually, Zuza turns and she pulls out her gun. And she,
No,
You can't have that in
she doesn't
Dreamland.
kill me, right?
Hey,
I
wait
was
a
her
minute.
friend.
Shouldn't that be a sword?
she pulls out her rapier.
Her gun sword, like Cloud.
It's a rapier and it says gun on the side.
Her gunch cord?
Oh my god.
No.
Oh, wait, I was thinking of the reverse from fucking Romeo and Juliet. where they
Yeah,
pull
yeah,
guns.
that's what I'm thinking too. Romeo plus Juliet was the shittiest movie. Fuck you, Baz
No, it
Luhrmann.
was wonderful. Shakespeare
liked
would
it.
have loved
Really
it.
I liked it.
I hate everything Baz Luhrmann does. It's
Shakespeare
Really
would have
great
loved
movie.
the movie.
I
I've never
hate him because he's a cinematographic genius, and he only focuses on every shot for like half a second before he's ADHD off onto the next piece of shit.
You didn't like The Great Gatsby with like dubstep or whatever the fuck?
I fucking hated
No.
that. Ugh, that
Okay,
shit was so
I want
garbage.
you guys to know I have never seen or read or watched any Great
You're not
Gatsby.
missing out on a
anything,
whole
and I
lot.
never will.
You're not missing out
That's
on
fine.
a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a big symbol of how the 20s was kind of fucked.
Fucking guns.
Well, that's the Great Gatsby.
Yeah.
So
I
beautiful.
thought you were talking about the movie.
Yes. Both.
Shitty
they're
portrayal
both the
of
same
Great
thing.
Gatsby.
Stop posting these.
Okay, Dagger is really fucking neat.
These guns are ridiculous.
Oh.
It is wonderful.
God.
It's a bad movie though. Anyways.
How dare you?
Fuck you.
Where's the wall?
What the hell were we doing?
Nothing
We were
were crying on
flirting
her
with a
fuse.
gypsy or some shit.
That fucking Beretta just doesn't have a grip panel. That's just retarded.
Well, yeah, it's a dagger.
Yeah, that's not a Beretta. That's a dagger.
Gypsy Zuza
So-
says,
oh yeah, it's a
so is
dagger
there
9mm.
something I can do for you? Or...
Shut up, we're talking about movies here.
What?
We're in a fucking
I
circle
hate
in a
all
room.
of you. I hate you all so much.
Love you, baby.
Hey.
Dick, I need you to make it. Actually, you know what? Don't bother. You take infinite damage.
Why me?
190 damage.
No, Dick, come back to us.
Whose
I'm
idea was
established-
it to walk in here
I'm
and bother
established-
this fine lady
I'm
anyway?
establishing a new rule. Anytime McNasty says something stupid, I'll punish somebody else's character, so that you all have motivation to stop him.
There's no stopping him.
Hey, I didn't want him here in the first place.
I can do that for you.
This is fine. Hey, I only do it because you guys bully me about everything else I try to
You
do. So fuck it.
Hey,
deserve
don't,
it.
hey, don't come to the
Nasty.
session.
Like,
man.
I wanted to legitimately try something, and Nick's like, no, you're just gonna do something retarded. Well, I guess I won't do it then. I guess I won't do something, like, legitimate. Whatever.
No, I want you guys to all do stupid things. It's funny for me.
I laugh. This is my entertainment.
Yeah, this is my Sunday entertainment.
I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Okay,
Let's just all silently walk out of the room and just...
yeah.
This is all a dream.
I used to read Word Up magazine.
None of this ever
Okay.
happened.
This is what I do. I say, I hope to see you at the banquet. And then, we get out.
Okay.
I'm surprised she didn't kick us out for that 15 minutes we were talking about Romeo plus Juliet.
Yeah, shitty movie, though.
She zoned out like me.
Like who?
I'm gonna do this description of the scenery as the train moves because it's got some funny things in it that I like to laugh about.
Is it not Misty Farms anymore?
We've had plenty of laughs already, okay.
The train vaults the river's sky and travels through the Southland. The passengers enjoy a scenic view of the forest of Parg, where solitary okapi graze amid the resin groves and brightly colored giggle lizards fly from tree to tree.
I like Okapi.
Mountains loom to the northwest, with the snow-capped and lofty Mount Lyrian to the highest peak. As the train enters the country of Zack, the landscape changes to green and verdant pastures and terraces. I just wanted to get giggle lizards in there.
Oh, I don't like that animation. Oh, that's funny.
Respect the tax man.
Yeah, it's not great. At around this time, one of the, those tall, yellow-skinned nobles pulls Bronson aside.
What?
Are they
It says
Chinamen?
it says they befriend the most good-looking and charismatic dreamer. So
Well, okay.
There isn't somebody else more charismatic on the train?
nope.
Good looking.
I mean, Bronson's like a fucking 10. Let's be real.
Go it up.
I mean, did you hear what fucking Biff Baxter said?
Yeah, can you repeat it in his voice?
Oh, well, certainly.
You certainly have a look for the movies!
Thank you.
This is
Thank
a-
you. I
this is a
appreciate
different-
that.
This is a different plane of existence, okay?
No, he's over there. He's right over there.
It's me, I dream too!
Oh, God.
I'm with you guys now!
I think I have a fear, actually.
You know what they say? Cthulhu lies dreaming, not dead!
Oh no.
I think we all have a fear now.
That's gonna turn alive!
Oh, somebody just put him down. He's
Pulls you aside and says, "Human. What
Yeah.
name do they call you?"
Well, they call me Bronson because I call myself Bronson because I have that name.
How
My name is Bronson.
interesting. My name is Theophed.
Hi, Theophed.
Perhaps you noticed those strange greenish creatures that marauded onto this train.
They look kind of squishy.
And he leans in and he says, "The beings of Ib,
Oh, gross.
utterly vile."
Agreed. But what about them?
We have a proposal. You seem a good sort. You seem of a high status, no doubt.
Of course, I sit at Big Boy's table at the end.
Hey. I guess we truly are Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors.
You just fucking wait. You don't you even think I don't have that song queued up?
How often are we gonna keep
I'm just
derailing this
thinking,
train?
Hey!
There are no rails on this train.
That's true.
Theophed
What do you
says,
talk? It's a train.
Theophed is about to ask you something that seems totally out of character for him, but it's fun. We have a proposal for you. These beings of Ib, let's just say they bother us. So we think it would be quite amusing if you were to make their day a little more uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
Squeeze their ass.
Quite right.
Sexually harass them.
You gotta get Dick Paris slide
Why?
on the scene.
Why do you want to make them uncomfortable?
Oh, please. Have you seen those vile creatures? It's only right to treat them with the disrespect they deserve.
I suppose. I don't know, it seems kind of messed up though.
Here's what we say. These beings of Ib, certainly you've noticed their rubbery, formless body types.
Definitely.
What we'd say is, should you come across a being of Ib, simply pick it up and stuff it into the upper corner of a room.
What?
Oh?
There, it will be helpless as its body adheres to the corner, and it'll be stuck up there.
Is this like fucking putting gum underneath the counter?
Basically, yeah.
They're middle school
So
bullies
fucking
shoving someone into a
stupid.
locker.
Yeah, basically.
I like these.
I mean, like, it really is funny. I have to agree with this, man. It's funny.
I like these Bradley upper crust motherfuckers.
Wouldn't that be absolutely delightful?
I am laughing. I have the chuckles. You know what? I'll keep it in mind. I put out a fist bump.
He doesn't know what to do with that, so he shakes your fist bump, and then he walks away.
I am high class.
And then it's put in a YouTube cringe compilation.
Hey, that doesn't exist yet.
I think you're mostly just high.
You can see, nearby, Henry is standing there, and he kind of looks with disdain as that guy walks back.
Report the bullying.
And he says, "Troublemakers."
I walk away.
You just ignore him.
I'm part of Big Crew now, okay?
He's part of the Sarnath crew.
It's true.
I didn't think Bronson was a bully.
Bronson's a Chad. What do you
Bronson,
fucking
make a luck
expect?
roll.
Yeah, honestly.
Yep.
As you're walking along one of the hallways, you can see rolling around a corner
Oh, no.
a being of Ib.
Can you show them what they look like? Because they're something else.
It's your fucking time to shine, okay, Bronson?
There's not a picture in the
This is
Can,
PDF,
alright, can
but
I
I'll...
show you an image that I personally love a lot?
Sure.
Okay, alright, let me make sure that... Okay, here it is. Are you ready?
Make sure it's
Okay.
school appropriate.
It is...
Oh yes.
Oh shit, what up?
Oh my god, it's a fucking
Swedish fish goblin.
The best part about it is its
Ugh.
prominent moose knuckle.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like, it's got like a fucking
Why does it have a camel toe?
I don't know.
Put him in the corner.
That's where it eats.
Oh.
Put it away.
It's
Put it
just
in
sort
the
of
corner,
sliding
Bronson.
along like...
This is it. You become one of the boys now.
Do you approach it?
Grab that, though.
I approach it.
Okay, I need you to make a constitution roll.
Oh, it's a smelly boy?
It's a smelly boy.
Nope, 91.
As you approach it, your eyes sting and your nose fucking just burns at the reek coming off of this. You turn and you immediately say, "Oh, that was..." And you vomit on the side of the wall. It just sort of rolls past you, sort of like collecting in the vomit a little bit as it goes, like...
That's fucking gross. What?
Why is this thing on here?
Wow.
It appears to be trying to go back to its compartment where they are sequestered.
These things need to be quarantined.
You can try to approach it again.
I will try again.
Make another constitution roll.
I will be one of the boys. That's a 5.
This time,
Oh.
having emptied your stomach, you summon the courage and charge in. Do you grasp it?
Firmly grasp it!
I firmly grasp behind.
It is soft and slimy, and
I thought you were gonna say supple, and I was gonna vomit in real life.
soft and slimy, like holding a big ball of mucus,
Delicious.
and it has like no strength at all.
Jesus.
But it does weigh something. If you want to try to push it up into a corner, you have to make a strength roll.
Oh no.
I love how it's up in a corner. That's fucking it. Like, not on a roof, but like in a corner.
I just made it. 33 out of 35.
You rush up and push it into the corner where it just sort of folds into that corner shape. And then you just see like its arms and legs just kind of dangle below as it's stuck up there, and it says,
I give it a nice giggle.
you hear from off to the side a chorus of as you see a group of the Sarnathians cackling and clapping.
They're laughing.
Wonderful!
I am disappointed in you,
They're
Bronson.
smashing soda cans on their heads.
You look down at yourself, Bronson, and you are covered head to toe in a vile slime.
Oh,
Oh,
They debated you.
they got me.
Scampery amuses me.
You will have to take a bath if you want to wash off the slimes of the beings of Ib.
I guess I can go take a bath.
I asked Bronson if he's racist or something. You can't just.
What?
Oh shit!
That doesn't make what?
No,
Look,
wait, no, alright. This is a one-time thing, but I can sort of see where he's coming from.
Because I don't see them as monsters, I see them as beings from different countries, okay?
I didn't do it because of the race.
As you walk past, they stand aside because you're covered in slime, but they're like, "Good show there, Bronson. You certainly are quite the dapper lad."
High class.
And one of them says, "Did you see the look on its face?" That's how he laughs. It's like a wolf's howl every time.
The biggest laugh.
So you go to take a bath.
Hell yeah.
You can see in the baths at this time is Miranim Mur.
Oh.
He was just sort of leaning in the water. You can see his entire body, completely naked.
Oh.
He has no genitals.
Naked.
I should write this down.
Alien, no genitals.
No genitals.
And he looks up as you approach. He says,
Boiled.
"Hello, I don't
Gross.
believe we've had the pleasure."
Nope. I am Bronson.
You're covered in slime.
There is a reason for that.
How did this come about?
I'm sure you'll hear about it.
You're a fucking bully, dude.
He
Holy
breathes
shit.
in deeply. I think I can ascertain.
Yeah. They don't smell so good. I'm gonna use the bath.
He indicates towards the one bath. It's like a big bath. It's like a big sauna jacuzzi sort of setup. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
He's like just on one side.
Please don't look. Yeah, go to the bath.
He claps his hands over his eyes.
I go, yeah. I get in the bath. Oh, nice.
He says, you know, you really should be nicer to those creatures. They've had a rough go of it.
What happened to them?
Well, it's a long story. I mean, if you'd like, I can tell it to you. I happen to be from around these parts, so you hear these sort of things.
I like to take long
Did someone
baths.
say it's long story?
Why, yes. The 50th time tonight.
Here, let me just cozy on in here.
Well, I like to take long baths, so I will listen.
The tale goes that the grey stone city of Ib descended all in one night from the moon to arrive on the lakeshore along with its inhabitants, the beings of Ib. They worshipped a strange statue of a being called Bokrug, the great water lizard. The beings of Ib, of course, if you've seen, are strange, flabby, jelly-like creatures without much of a voice to their name. People saw them as primitive. The men of Sarnath, which was just nearby, saw them with disgust as beings that should not exist. And one day, they slaughtered them all. They were too nauseating to bear at close range, so the Sarnathians pushed them into the lake with their spear tips. After that, peace reigned in Sarnath, and the city became rich from trading the precious metals they mined from beneath the city. They kept the statue of Bokrug the water lizard, and every year on the king's birthday, the king and the high priests of the city ritually desecrate it. There is a story that says the statue was lost long ago, that the sole priest who witnessed this was left speechless and soon died, after scrawling one word upon the ground: Doom. The Sarnathians, of course, deny this. To everyone's surprise, 1,000 years after this purported massacre, a delegation of beings of Ib turned up again. It seems that the survivors of the massacre somehow returned to their own alien waking world, whose time is different from the Dreamlands, so it has taken them this long to return. Barely a week has passed to them. They seek damages for the harm done to their city and their people, and they want their statue returned. Best I can tell, the reason that they're on this train, and the reason that the Sarnathians are on this train, is they're both going to appeal to King Karanis down at Sonanio. So they've had a rough go of it. Be careful about who you make your friends with.
I shake my head very disappointedly at Bronson.
When did Uriah get in the bath?
I arrived the instant he said it's a long story.
Oh.
And then he stands up.
He did, actually.
He stands up, wraps a towel around himself, and says, "Good day." Sort of walks off.
Alright, Bronson. Let's go rescue that little goober.
What? You're not in here.
Are you paying attention?
Uriah just shows up wherever KMS feels like interjecting.
Yeah, what the hell?
I've been here.
This fucking
He
guy.
just felt like taking a bath and listening to long stories.
Look,
I wanna
his hobo senses were tingling.
I want to whip Uriah with the towel.
Oh, hey there. James.
Hey, what's up, fellas? I heard the whole thing. I was here the whole time.
What?
Everybody's getting squeaky clean.
Now, let's not set a dangerous precedent here. I was actually here the whole time.
Can I get? I'm gonna get out of the bath and I'm just gonna go.
Come on, track. Do you even feel bad, Bronson?
Yeah, after hearing this story.
Come on.
Being slaughtered sounds pretty terrible.
Then the least you can do is rescue him, right?
I guess I could. I'm already
Clean.
I'm clean now.
The heights of selfishness.
Uriah, I threw up instantly.
I mean, is it really?
Oh. Fine, I will go do it, but I'll have to go take another bath after this. I go to the ib.
As you approach that area, you can see there is an attendant washing the area where you vomited. And you can see Henry is starting to lead the being of Ib away, which is sort of going bip, 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 bip.
Oh, heck.
And he looks over his shoulder at you. And you just see in his eyes the most disappointed gaze you've ever seen.
Oh,
I've done it. I
Now
made
look
people
what you've done.
sad.
Bronson's turned into his father.
And you can see off to the side several of the Sarnathians going, wonderful, absolutely marvelous.
Oh, I've done the thing I didn't want to do.
Let interdimensional
But you-
pressure get you.
You didn't even fucking like think about it. You just fucking did it.
They thought so highly of me. I didn't want
Jesus
to. I
Christ,
didn't want to
bro.
disappoint them.
It's not like there's a shortage of people who think highly of you.
Shortage.
What?
What? Why is it funny?
Get it? Shortage?
Shortage and then we got highly.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's pretty good.
I turn around and I go back to my room.
I'm gonna just start
At this point,
banquet.
you're starting to approach the third city.
Mm.
Oh wow.
These two are pretty close together. This is the city of Zar. Zar is a park-like city with only a scattering of buildings. From the sea, it shows lordly terraces of verdure and is dotted with the gleaming roofs and colonnades of Grecian-style temples. However, as you see this out the window, Henry just sort of breezes by and says, "It is possible at times for people to disembark at the cities we visit. I would recommend against leaving Zar, stepping to visit Zar. It is said that those who visit Zar can never leave again."
Sounds bad.
And he just kind of keeps walking.
I guess we should stay on the train.
That's pretty bizarre.
He steps to the platform to see if there are any lost dreamers who can make their way onto the train. And one person does.
Oh.
An emaciated and wild-haired man, his clothing in tatters, and his eyes empty sockets, starts staggering up to Henry, shouting, "The things I have seen, dreams unthought and unborn, I tore my eyes out and yet I can still see." And he is clutching a tattered ticket.
It's pretty dramatic.
This guy needs to chill.
And Henry steps back and says, I don't think I can let you on the train. You must help me. You must, please. You don't know what it's like here, please." And he's like, I don't know. Do you guys just stand there and watch this?
He knows it better. He knows it better than I do.
I don't want to miss anything.
Okay.
Let him on!
You shout that?
He's cleaner than the gypsy, let him on!
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa!
That
Whoa!
was messed up, dude.
Whoa!
Henry thinks on this for a second.
Die?
There is truth in your words.
Wow.
No!
Henry!
Goodness.
What the fuck, dude?
My man!
I rolled
Practice what you preach, bud.
something.
You won't see how racist dude.
He rolls his eyes at the madman. That's what the character is called. It's called the madman. And he sort of helps him aboard as the madman kind of claws at the air like, "Bleh, bleh." And he just sort of starts leading him along. And as the madman passes you guys, he turns and looks right into the face of Felix, and he says,
And a blah, 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 blah to you, sir.
Henry
What a
says,
nice man.
I think he should be put in the padded compartment with the beings of Ib. And he looks back at you guys and he goes,
And that, Bronson, is how you sow chaos without feeling bad.
Oh, I need to learn from Phoenix more.
Oh no. All these inexplicable bad influences.
It's just a dream. Don't worry, Mariah.
It was all a dream.
Let me tell you something, Bronson.
What?
It is never just a dream.
When did Longbone come here?
Let me tell you
This is a pretty
something.
Mariah thing to say. I think.
Listen to me. Shanks. It's me. You never knew me. The name's Longbone.
stop.
Yeah. all of the pipes on the train just start screaming the same tone, and just Longbone just comes out of a window and starts yelling at you.
I found the fear.
He still lives in the
It
dream.
manifested!
Yeah, no, that's what I thought. I thought that would have been Bronson's fear, but no, we're not gonna.
Bronson doesn't want to.
Alright.
I mean, if he made that, it would probably,
How else am I gonna remember Longbone?
not.
The fear is the only thing he has left to remember.
Singing pipes.
The piping sings.
Don't talk.
I love talking. Yeah, it's fun.
Was that the only person?
The train whistles.
That is the only person who tries to arrive at Czar as the train slowly starts to leave.
Wait, I thought. Wait, no, never mind.
Little did we realize.
At this
that
point,
man-
the sun is high in the sky. It's about noon the next day. You guys have not felt tired at all at any point.
Nice.
I feel young again.
We are 100%.
You guys can do a couple of things because there's a couple more hours before the next thing happens.
Alright, let's play Monopoly.
No, not. Don't bring that into this campaign.
I want to be the thimble.
That was bad. Listen, this was bad enough last night. It's not gonna happen again.
Not Monopoly.
I had to literally have a DM character kick it off the ship.
No.
No.
We picked it to pieces, so we'll play it again.
No, it went off the side of the airship. It's gone.
What? No.
They're gonna have to rebuild the entire set out of like wood and shit.
Don't worry, I have a dice set still. We can imagine.
We'll do it.
We still have the chance chest, the chance deck.
Never have I met a party more determined to sit around and play party games the entire time.
It is a slice of life, and I enjoy it.
We played Spin the Bottle, it was really fun.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
We legitimately played it for life.
Let's go get some girls.
Let's go pick some chips.
Let's go get some bees.
Come on, Bronson. I grab him by the hand. We run. Anime run down the hall.
Oh yeah, in the dream you cannot run fast.
As you run down the hallway, you run down the hallway. You can see stuffed in another corner.
Oh God, fucking damn it! Who keeps doing this? I want to pull him
Both
down.
of you, as you run underneath it, make Constitution checks.
Oh no.
Oh, son of a bitch. Hold on. Let me see what my fucking con is. Oh, it's actually very fucking high, so.
I'm good.
Oh, that's an extreme success.
Both of you just barge through like, ah, fuck, but you don't vomit.
I feel so bad for them, but they smell so bad.
Alright, well, I'm gonna pull his ass down.
Okay, I help.
Whatever. Mass. Down.
Make a strength roll to pull him out.
Let's see. Oh, I succeed. 37.
You dislodge him and he slaps onto the ground with a wet slap, and a bunch of slime gets cast onto you.
Oof.
Oh well.
Unless you want everybody who's around you to constantly make con checks, you
Like the
also
babes.
probably need to take a bath.
We need to get babes.
As it
Yeah, we
rolls
need to get
away,
babes.
as it rolls away, it goes.
Yup, you too, bud. Alright. You too, sir.
It looks at you and it says.
What do you think it says?
I think it loves you.
I love you.
Oh well.
But like in a
Maybe we
respectful
could invite
way.
him to our party.
Pick up chicks.
It turns to Jimmy and it just sort of like locks eyes with his badge, and one of its arms flops into a salute and then flops back down,
Oh, I thanked you for your service.
and then it sloughs away.
You're so respectful.
So I just like imagine these things as just like rolling balls. Am I right? Are they
Kind
rolling
of.
balls?
They're
look
kind of like
this.
weird amorphous frog
mean-
people.
I don't want to think about the stupid like.
They have
monster
camel
thing.
toes.
No, they're just clever.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
no.
Those guys, they're pretty cute. I like it.
Flub.
I like that.
They're flubber, but with a huge fucking thick moose knuckle.
Huge camel toe.
And Henry Peterson, of course, portrayed by Robin Williams.
The
No,
late
like
Robin Williams.
All right. So, yeah, let's go take a bath and let's go pick up some chicks.
In the back.
in the bed.
Well, we could go into the women's bed.
That would be a good idea.
All right.
What the?
Well, you've got two chicks to choose from. You've got the gypsy and you've got the old woman.
I don't want to go after the old woman.
¿Por qué no los dos?
She scares.
Now you're thinking.
Oh man, I was thinking about it. What if we got the old woman to hook up with Biff Baxter?
What?
Why?
The only
Wouldn't that be
person who can
smart?
stand his voice is actually that woman.
But then she'd be Bruja Baxter.
But
Oh.
everyone can stand his voice. He's a hunk.
It's true. It's true.
He's a hot flaming piece of ass.
He's really hot.
Remember what I said, Bronson?
He's a dreamboat.
When you were in the movies, I sounded just like this!
Don't!
Very good.
I'm gonna get a
Alright,
movie star.
anyways, we're gonna try and go pick up some chicks.
You've got to take vocal training classes, bro.
So we take a shower, we take a bath, and we fucking move on. All right, I want to go to that girl. I forget her name. She starts with a Z.
Sousa?
This is Sousa. That's what it is.
Okay.
Fucking,
Wait, what are we gonna say to her?
Trailock.
hey, you want to go play spin the bottle with us and me and the boys?
No, don't bring that into this campaign!
No.
I
I veto the thing you just said.
Wait, but we have to compliment each other's characters.
No!
I
You don't like
veto it.
compliments, you big smelly willy.
You're not even here. Shut up, Shanks. This is just a me. This is a me and Bronson.
We're gonna play spin the barrel.
My big veto launches out of the air and vetoes.
We'll
I
play
can't do this. We're in Dreamland.
spin the shoe.
Like, you know, like how dudes, like, sometimes they put their hand up, like, high on the wall? They're, like, on the fucking, like, doorwell thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing that, except for it's going all the way up. It's, like, touching the top left corner of the door. Like,
There's an ib guy there.
yeah, there's an Ib, and he's, like, he's wearing
He's
a
like-
tie. And then Bronson's there, too, just looking cute.
Admiral.
And I'm like, you want to come play spin the bottle with the boys?
The boys, we pose. Why are they? They're just eating.
You open up the door to her compartment. She's slow dancing with a being of Ib.
Oh, what the fuck? What the
my
fuck did you
God.
say?
God.
She said she danced for me,
I'm
okay?
kidding. It was a joke.
I fucking punched her or I kicked
No,
that
it
Ib's ass.
didn't really happen. It was a joke.
It's okay.
Is it?
I'm getting cooked by you.
How can you
Like,
be
throw
mad?
his ass out of the window.
Look at those moves.
God, we should really be jealous.
I imagine he just dances like Crazy Frog.
Just want to go spinning around town.
No.
Bing, bing.
What the hell are you guys doing? I've really kind of not been paying attention to the
What
nonsense.
the? Whatever, who fucking cares?
We're gonna pick up chicks until the time.
I
passes
wanted to
by.
pick up chicks. Looks like I'm not picking up chicks. Alright.
Look at that ass. Give it a sec.
Bronson, let's just go fucking.
This has gotta go.
Oh my
Both
god!
both of these have got.
Ass is so
Flaming
fat.
hot!
Both of those have got. You know what? All of this is gone. All of this is gone. All of this is gone.
Yeah. What do you mean, Nick? You're totally editing that into like the opening intro for this section.
I am fucking not.
That's fucking flaming hot. I don't get it.
Stick flubber. Stick flubber.
Stick flubber.
You just gotta put a watermark for flubber stock on it.
Do you think?
Doing the
Do you think Dark Mage ever wonders what we're talking about? Like it's posted in the Discord.
He's not gonna after he stops listening to these.
I don't think he'll ever stop.
As I would.
Well, that's because you're lame.
I'm rolling damage on you guys right now.
Okay, I stop him in the name of the law.
Ooh,
You.
what am I doing? I'm not doing anything bad right now.
We need to stop doing things.
I'm not the one posting fucking flubber twerking. Like,
Excuse me.
Thick.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it.
We must become like gentlemen.
You know what? Just because I can, I'm gonna post this video.
No.
No.
He
does it anyway. Not isopod.
I don't care what this is. It's going away.
No, it's good. Keep
It
it.
is a really
It's very
good video.
It's bad.
Fuck
off,
you, Nick.
I
No,
sponsor
both
shit.
of the Knicks, man. Both of the Knicks. I swear to God.
Rhymes with dick.
Yep. Yeah.
And Rick.
Yep. And
And-
sick.
and
Whoa.
And Tick.
Yeah. What about lick?
No, not that one.
Shit.
This is
We decided not to pick up chicks, and we decided to go back.
okay.
So
As you guys are
progress with
heading
the
back
plot.
to your compartment, you can see Karakov rushing past you in a haste, his hand wrapped in a blood-stained bandage.
Oh, I'm interested.
Big gay.
Anybody else interested?
I mean, yeah, I'm interested.
I mean, there he goes.
Okay. Come on, Dick. Come on, Felix.
You're chasing him,
Yeah,
but not saying anything.
Not
Let's
gonna.
fucking tackle him.
We're gonna tackle him. We're gonna see what's up. I want to see why.
I'm
he has-
gonna tail him at least.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to see why. I'm curious.
Shanks has just been
I
staring
mean,
out the window
you
for this whole
shouldn't
trip.
chase the paranoid gun guy.
True. But it is.
What if his
He is heading back to his compartment, it appears.
Oh. And that would just be rude.
Let's respect his privacy.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
I'm just gonna knock and ask, like, are you okay? Do you need a doctor?
He opens the door and he says, "What? Sorry, what?"
I saw you running and bleeding. Are you okay? Do you need like a doctor, a medic?
Oh, me? I'm fine. I had a shock while I was eating lunch, and I cut myself. Can't you hear them? The guns are so bloody loud.
All's quiet on the Western Front for me.
What about the Eastern Front?
You're just not listening hard enough.
I'll
They-
listen harder then. As long as you're okay.
I'm fine, just a bit of broken glass. It'll be okay. And he sort
Thank
of
you.
steps back and gives you a little curt nod and shuts the door.
I'm gonna go investigate the food room.
Okay. Presently, there's not really anybody in there. It's like sort of the middle of the day. It's pretty deserted except for like you can see Mac asleep, surrounded by more food, and he's just going.
Living the dream. Living the dream.
Can I identify what Karakov exploded his hand on?
Make a spot hidden check.
Hell no.
I mean, hard to tell. It's pretty meticulously clean, this place.
Sadness.
What are the rest of you guys doing?
What other parts of the
Are
train
there any cats in the room?
There's probably
I've been
there's
staring out the window at the scenery for the whole trip.
like Shanks is just looking out the window. There's like two
Shanks
cats
is-
in the room.
Shanks is so done with this. I'm going to take the scraps off Mac's plate and offer them to the cats.
They pad up and go meow, and they feast upon them appreciatively.
I'm sorry.
You hear Mac snort in his sleep, like bloody cats.
Oh shit. Racist.
And one of the cats looks up and goes,
Are there any other part of the train? Like, or is it just our cabins and then, like...
well, you're allowed to try and explore the train, but you have never at any point made that attempt.
Okay, I want to do that.
Okay. Let me pull up the page. That's too far, go back. From the sleeping quarters, where you're at, there is, and then there's the bathhouse there, which is, you know, it is what it is. You've already been there. Behind the sleeping quarters, there is a men's saloon, and then the banquet hall, then the ladies' parlor, and then the cat's compartment at the back. And ahead of the sleeping cars, there is the baggage and padded compartment, the tender and the engine. So you can go to any one of those.
It's a men's saloon?
You want to go to the men's saloon?
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Okay. You enter into the men's saloon, which is a decent-sized room with a bunch of comfortable armchairs and sturdy oaken tables, and you can see thagweed hookahs standing ready while dozens of bottles glint temptingly in racks at one end. Haunches of venison, ribs of beef, and mighty loaves of brown bread stand on a sideboard, along with every condiment imaginable.
We got Thousand Island dressing.
It's the men room.
Hell yeah. But dude, they got football.
Brown bread in
there is a
Dreamland.
on the screen. The Dallas Cowboys are playing the Washington Redskins.
I can't wait until someone buys the Washington Redskins and renames them the Washington Chinks.
Oh my. Whoa.
What?
Oh my.
Just keeping it real cool here.
What?
Keep it on it.
Plenty of people have made that joke. It's quite common.
HK.
I want to have some ribs.
Fucking,
You have some delicious ribs with Thousand Island dressing.
Oh hell yeah!
It's just quality.
Oh,
I mean, we're talking top shelf.
this is the man.
We're talking.
We
Do you hear
talking
me?
Big Mac
Do you hear
sausage?
me? Listen to me. Listen to me,
I
fucker. Do you hear me?
Oh,
Listen.
We're talking top shelf.
top shelf.
Only high class. Man,
top shelf.
We're not talking clearance cart.
we're talking.
Fuck.
I really like this place.
Nobody's in there at the moment. So it's just kind of you,
Oh,
but it's comfy.
Invite a friend.
What's something I can do?
Dick, where are you at?
Hey, would you look at that? I just found a saloon. I'm gonna walk inside it.
Hey, look.
Hey, hey, Bronson.
Oh, Dick! I was about to dance
What?
Dude.
because I was gonna go by myself.
Oh.
Do you want me to leave?
Yeah.
Well, I was just being polite. I'm not gonna leave.
Oh. Hey, Dick, go have some ribs. They're really good.
Okay.
With Thousand Island dressing.
With a Thousand Island dressing, or else.
Or else.
With 1,000 eyes.
There is nothing else you can have.
Those are the only two options.
I look at the alcohol or drinks on the wall.
They've got it all.
I
Everything?
grab some.
He's like, oh, fuck
I
yes.
could see Dick trying to hold himself back.
Blindly.
Look, my fear wasn't my alcohol, alright? My alcohol.
Your alcohol is merely a symptom of your fear.
My alcoholism, there we go.
We've already gotten a little off. Just a little off his shits.
Is there a window in this car?
Yes.
Alright, I look out the window and drink.
After a while, I crawl out from under Dick's chair.
You're right, I'm gonna.
How about I just go inform the boys about this place? This place is great.
I don't like how you keep doing that. I don't want to make that a friend.
Like Dick is like alone in a prison cell. He's been in jail for months, and then he looks over and like Uriah's climbing out of his toilet just really casually.
Dick, I don't know how to tell you this.
No,
but you
are you fucking kidding me? It would be Shanks sailing out of the toilet. Come on.
It's what's the word? Repeatedly been canon that somehow Dick.
Uriah would be crawling out from
you
under
have
his cot.
become yeah, he's under the cot.
Wait, what does that word
Dick,
mean? Why did you
have
say
become-
cannon? What is it?
Uriah,
What?
do you not know what canon means?
No, Dick doesn't.
It's not important, Dick. Just let it. I don't know how, but you've become a
Okay,
magical.
canon was a word in the 20s. Alright?
He doesn't know what he means in this context because he's speaking metagamely, dude. Fucking keep up,
Metagamely.
HK.
I
Anyway.
am fucking tuning out because this is not my kind of thing.
What's important is that we now know that Dick and Uriah have formed a physical.
I don't like this
portal
soul link.
No, it's not a soul link. It's a physical link. Don't worry.
What?
It's fine.
I slap my body trying to find this soul link.
There's like a little skin tag on your hip that has Uriah's face.
Oh.
Don't tear it off, or the cops will come.
Oh shit! It does say that.
Maybe busts through the door.
Jimmy busts through the door in his boxers with his gun out for some reason.
Yeah.
What was
Write
that
your
word?
fucking name down for drinking alcohol. Whenever we get back to America, you're going down.
Hey,
I mean, that's
Prohibition
kind of
isn't
hot.
By the time we get back, like, alcohol, whatever the fuck, it's been abolished.
I'm getting
real.
that.
Who says we'll be back?
Prohibition.
Those bottles of Thousand Island dressing.
Oh yeah.
Hell
And what are
yeah,
you gonna do with that?
I'm gonna put them on my ribeye steak.
Ew.
It's just a rib.
It's just a bone.
They've got a ribeye steak, and you cover it in Thousand Island dressing, and by God, it's delicious.
Oh,
That sounds gross. What are you doing?
it's Dreamland. It doesn't
Look.
matter.
If you're putting anything on your steak, you're a bad man.
It's gotta be Thousand Island dressing.
It's
No,
gotta be
you're a
that.
bad man if you
What's
put
the
it.
Thousand Eye Dragon's name again?
Blue eyes.
The
Thousand
Loigor.
Eyed Dragon.
Yeah.
There's a word for that.
The Loigor.
The Loigor. I get some Loigor dressing on there.
Okay, it immediately causes an avalanche to attack you.
Oh no!
How unfortunate.
Gargoyle falls right onto Dick.
No. Disney's gargoyles.
This is this crippling depression.
Hey, Dick, you're gonna keep that gargoyle.
What are you talking about, Uriah?
There's a gargoyle on your table. Just impaled on your table.
That there is. Don't point it out and it'll go away.
That's Dick's answer to all's problems, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't acknowledge it or it'll go away. That's it. That's why she left.
Dick's gotta.
She did go away.
Dick's gonna go run and hide under his bed in his room so that Uriah can't manifest there.
I mean, like, how long were you even married to your wife? You don't even know. You can't even remember. You want to know why? Because that fucking relationship was insignificant, but you're still beating yourself up over it. Come on, buddy.
Fucking
Gross
cock.
balls.
It's been 9 years.
You're right.
You're so right.
Don't worry, Dick. We're gonna get rid of that fear.
We're gonna kill it.
We're gonna kill the fear of your wife.
Oh, it's 100 Eyes Dragon.
But you gotta understand, your wife will still be alive.
No.
Yes?
I said, oh.
I thought you said no. I was
Okay.
like, what?
Oh.
Oh!
Alright.
I thought it was 1,000 years too.
I
done
did
with the
too.
Dreamlands
It's 1,000-Year Dragon and 100 Eyes Dragon.
Okay.
I've had my
Fuck
fun
it.
here.
Let's talk about game. Let's get this show on the road. Or on the tracks. Or on the monster.
Okay. Where are you going? Back to your compartments, or?
Yeah.
Okay. As you enter your compartment, please make a spot hidden.
I fell.
This is for Bronson and Dick. It's in there.
Okay.
I got it.
Alright,
You got it?
hang on.
Mhm.
Oh,
Well,
you already got it.
he's got it. You see the trunk in your room that's provided for you. You see a faint smear of blood on the outside of it.
I question. I look further. Can I open the trunk? Or is it...
You open the trunk, and you see inside, resting atop of the fresh clothes and towels laid out in the trunk, resting there, is Blackjack,
No!
murdered.
No! No! No!
No!
No! Right, get the fuck out.
That's a murder mystery.
And with that, we'll pick up next week.
No!
Those sons of bitches.
What the fuck?
No!
That's
I'm
right,
so-
lads. This fucking thing isn't just the Dreamlands Express, it's murder on the Dreamlands Express.
Holy shit!
Oh!
Not like this!
Oh, we got ruse.
I let the happy festivities drag out as long as possible.
I wasn't prepared for this shit.
Welcome to this shit, boys.
Why didn't you read his notes, Tryhard?
I was like, wow, this
Why
is
didn't you
really...
read his notes?
I was like, wow, this is really weird, but what is this getting to?
Yeah, no,
Yes.
it's like...
This is what it's getting to.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Call of Cthulhu.
Fuck you, I'll make my own dream train with blackjack and hookers.
Blackjack with blackjack. Yeah, I was about to say that. Fuck. We shall pick up next week with the Who Done It, Who Killed
With the
Blackjack the
hookah.
Cat.
It was the madman.
It was Quick Draw McGraw.
It was
Murder
quick drama.
mystery.
I wonder if the weed shop's open.
It was Bronson.
What?
It probably was Bronson.
I was
He's-
in the men's
I mean,
room.
it was in your trunk, Bronson.
Yeah, but Bronson.
I mean,
First-
we all know Bronson is a hooligan who bullies Ibs.
Yeah, what the
That's
fuck,
not
dude?
a cat.
You know, that's like torturing animals like that. Pretty fucked up, dude. You know, that's like that means you're probably gonna become a serial killer one day, right?
Did you call him an animal? That's weird. That's fucked up.
Well, it's
He
racist.
killed Blackjack.
Blackjack's a person.
Blackjack is a person.
Blackjack's a
person?
cat.
Alright, Nick.
Cats can be people.
Look,
They're
man,
terrible
our book
people,
got
but they're
got his
people.
chance. It's my turn.
Yeah,
That's true.
How can a cat be a terrible person? Don't bully cats. Cats are
because they're terrible.
They're terrible.
Now time to end this session. I'm gonna end the recording now. This has been Call of Cthulhu. Everybody feels sad and bad.
Fun times are over.
Justice for Blackjack, hashtag.